sir.
Yeah.
What are we rocking here? Some Rocket Lab headphones? What is this?
These are.
You don't even know.
No.
You hired somebody else to like buy them.
What's the name of this?
Ed is who we hired.
Bro, they're Rodecaster headphones, microphones.
No, not the headphones.
Not
The
the headphones.
The microphones are.
Oh yeah, what?
See, you don't know. You fuck.
Hold on a second. No, these are the Roadcasters.
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
Isn't it the same?
That's not the
No.
logo.
It's Super Roadcasters.
I'm indifferent. We have two no's.
These are the Lamborghini headphones.
Lamborghini. That's Korean for Lamborghini.
Technically, the headphones were the only bit of the initial cheap equipment we had got to test out that worked well enough that we kept. Everything else has been sold and is gone.
Upgraded,
Yeah,
yes,
these are good.
No, they've lasted a good. I mean, this is our 100th
They're good small people.
episode,
They're
so.
good small people headphones. I'm a big guy. I got big ears.
Everybody want to grab a little
We're vertically,
slash
we're
there?
vertically
Yeah.
challenged.
Let's
Oh
start- let's
God,
start
what is
here.
this?
Are we live already?
What is this?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
as soon as I sit down, I'm recording.
Good thing I didn't say anything.
Hey.
What is this?
Cheers, gentlemen. This is Red Breast 12 cask strength.
Everybody loves a good red breast.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's usually an infection.
I like that.
Damn.
Good Lord.
All right, so since we started off with that, and it is my birthday.
Oh,
Yes,
all
happy
right.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
He's finally 18.
Yeah. Dude, don't get me started. That depression hit hard out like the night before. All right. So since I didn't get to really go out party,
It was a bad idea. To
This
drink all that,
one.
wasn't it?
Oh yeah, you started
I
off.
fucked up so bad.
yeah, you're a dumb. You think you would have learned from the last time I was
I
here?
didn't learn a goddamn thing like this.
That's why I didn't bother like issuing a warning ahead of time. Like they
would
got
know.
it.
If you guys see a fire on Southern Boulevard,
Hold on a second. I
it
gotta
was
get
me.
some.
What? Oh, yeah. So
Oh, wait. Where's this guy? You
did he
scared-
not bust our balls? But everybody got everything.
Yeah.
Did you guys shit your pants? Everybody poop.
You guys scared him. You scared him away, Alexis. You start pulling out the shit.
some nuts.
Oh, a little
right.
snacks.
So
That was a good play.
We all love Nelson's nuts.
So because I didn't get to go out and party and do anything like I normally do for my birthday, I decided to save this one for you guys. This is black raspberry wine.
Okay.
So this is actually one of like my favorite drinks. I don't get to have it too often. Here, let's do it in the regular cup so it doesn't mess with the whiskey. That's my whiskey mug. So here you go. It's just a little dash.
Red wine.
And actually, while you pour that, let's
Welcome to the Sofa Kingdom Podcast, where we will be plastered.
We're doing this?
Yes, we are.
We're your hosts,
Nelson.
Ian,
Ed.
and our special guest today,
King Dingaling.
King Dingaling.
Oh, so that would make us the King Dingaling Seat Smusher collection of gentlemen here for the podcast.
That's fucking good, right?
What
It
is
smells nice. What's the backstory on this?
So the backstory is I went to this Korean barbecue place. It's in Boynton. It's a small little spot, but it's cool. It's actually, so I've been to South Korea. I've done like the traditional style. And it's like, yeah, whatever. So every once in a while, I like to find a spot that actually does like Korean barbecue.
yeah.
It's like, which is,
Bulgogi.
it's a little bullshit. All right.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
just throw it out there.
They make you cook your own food.
Right.
For those that don't
It's
know.
like I've been to the melting pot. Like it's
Yeah.
not fucking amazing. Like you come home.
It's
Like,
like,
yeah.
wait a second, guys. You guys could cook the food for the price.
You come home smelling like a shitty barbecue.
Yeah, you're
right?
getting
So-
charged extra to cook it yourself.
Oh, yeah.
But-
you are, essentially.
Since I'm always trying like different like alcohols and stuff like that, they had this. It's called Buk Bunjaju. And I hope I said that right because I'm pretty sure that sounded racist.
I mean,
So,
it's better than how I would have pronounced it.
so I did have some, and I was like, you know what? Let me hold out and save some of this, so we get the last bit. So, gentlemen, thank you very much for
right.
celebrating
Thank
my
you.
birthday.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday,
haven't,
man. Finally legal.
We haven't seen each other in a couple of years, so cheers.
Oh,
Oh, that's delicious.
that is
that's-
fantastic.
Is that not amazing?
Yeah.
Wow.
That really is.
I got a little bit left. Anybody wants some?
Oh my God. Oh, yeah.
Going back in for that last sip.
Yeah. I haven't been drinking all day. I'm fine.
You're Caucasian. You don't go to jail. Oh my bad.
That's right. Actually, I have a white. Never mind. I'm not gonna talk about what happened.
Wow, that's almost just like juice. I mean,
This
you
is
really
amazing.
don't
It's delicious.
tell at
That's
all.
what's dangerous about this. So,
At all.
So this little bottle is 14%.
This motherfucker. Yo, next time can you start with this is 14%?
if I am
You know
here,
he's pulling this shit out.
I'm drinking.
Okay,
All right. And now, so this is the good one. All right. So this is the drink that I brought. So like, cheers. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Appreciate
Yes.
it. I'm 40. I'm old.
Holy fuck, you look
Yeah,
great.
man.
Yeah. Thank you.
Great for 40. Goddamn.
Hell yeah.
Well, I was gonna say don't do drugs, but whatever.
As we
I got here.
destroy our
Which
fucking
I
liver.
got here. I got you, Ian. Don't worry, I got you.
Thank you. Thank you.
But
Appreciate it.
I do have the shitter drink in here too. And not shitter like you're gonna go to the shitter, well maybe, but you're gonna fucking hate me for the next drink.
All right, so we'll save it. We'll save
Great.
it. We'll save it.
We'll save it.
We'll save it.
All right, really glad I went
we
out
already
drinking last
started-
night and then
we
went
started
straight
with
into drinking
3
all day
drinks.
today.
We started with 3 drinks already, and we just announced the podcast.
We had the pineapple,
which was
pineapple
delicious.
whiskey. We started with the red breast
Yes.
and a little wine.
All right. I'm liking it. I'm liking it.
So yeah, so this
How
is
you doing, Ian? You all right?
In the last 21 hours, I've spent the entire time either drunk or hungover.
so you gotta ride the train.
That's right.
I am. We're just keeping going to the next station.
So it's Korean black raspberry wine. So
nice.
you can.
Ah,
I'm pretty
the
sure,
Koreans helping us out since Vietnam.
bro. Let me tell you how crazy.
I don't know if that's accurate.
That's accurate.
No,
Wait, what did you
That's
say?
accurate. I
The
said the
Vi-
Koreans helping us out since Vietnam. Yeah.
I mean, there's been bumps and bruises along the way.
Listen.
I mean,
Korean tiger troops were badass,
bro,
man.
you keep drinking.
I am.
We
Remember
gotta
the
get
LA
the hard.
riots? Remember the LA riots? You couldn't fucking rob them Korean stores.
No, man.
They were on their roof.
Yeah.
I don't
They didn't
think
play around.
they were the focus of those riots.
They
No.
were not. They were not.
But they definitely
It was
were
Oprah
not
Winfrey.
going to be taken
If you
advantage of.
were a tiny shade darker, you probably
Yeah.
wouldn't feel as like.
Yeah, Ian, what do you know about being dark and in the United States?
When's the last time you walked into a bodega without getting an evil eye?
Listen, I know I don't rob Korean supermarkets.
Bro, so have you ever been to Korea in the military? Like when you're doing?
No, I have not.
Like have you ever gone?
No.
No.
Bro.
You've gone to Korea?
So I've been to South Korea and I was working and I went for a bodybuilding
Did you
competition.
go to Seoul?
Clear. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You were the oil guy?
yeah. So funny.
Who needs oil?
So no, I do have a funny story about that. It got to kind of be crazy like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So I was working for Flex Lewis at the time. He had just won the fifth title or sixth title in the Olympia for 212.
Nice.
So what people don't know is whenever they do the Olympia, they do a lot of other competitions right after because everybody's peaking already. So they ride it out as long as they can. So they'll go and do
Yep.
as many other competitions as
Arnold's.
Okay.
the Arnolds and stuff like that, right? So Arnold, like I want to say the Arnold, like Asia or whatever, is like right after that.
Okay.
So everybody rides it out. So Flex was always the like Korean Asia Grand Prix. I think it was called the Asia Grand Prix. So literally, I wasn't supposed to go. I spent 11 days in the shittiest fucking hotel in Vegas next to Circus Circus. It wasn't Circus Circus.
Right.
The New Orleans. Came back with the worst fucking sinus infection. I full on had the flu.
Right.
Like
right.
full on I was sick. I get it in Monday night. Tuesday morning, I get a phone call. Hey, we need you to fly to South Korea because the person that was supposed to go with Flex couldn't make it. I'm like, cool, no problem.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
that's my life. Like I'm gone in a drop of a hat.
Nice.
So by that night, I'm flying to Korea. I'm feeling like absolute dog shit.
Nothing makes a 12-hour plane ride
Yeah,
better.
like,
Try fucking 18, buddy. Here to Newark to Shanghai to Seoul.
Oh,
Fuck
Right?
that.
Now here's the worst part.
Fuck all that.
I got lucky that they threw me into like business. So I was like, I got to lay back. So I spent the whole time from Newark to Shanghai sleeping.
Yeah.
But I had this Asian guy next to me and I'm passed out like this. He's on his iPad. And mind you, I'm deep in the seat. Like
Yeah.
I'm a tall guy. So I'm trying to get as comfortable as I can. Next thing I know, rack. I just get an iPad straight to the face.
Oh,
The dude dropped his iPad, did not say a fucking thing to me, not like, oh, so sorry, nothing. Nothing. He just grabs his iPad off of my lap, puts it back on the center console, and just goes back to watching. I'm like,
No.
I'm just like, and it's like, go back to sleep. So now, mind you, I'm sick. I'm feeling like shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
now I have to go. This is pre-COVID, obviously.
Yeah.
You have to go through like customs and immigration once you get to China.
Yeah.
I'm feeling like absolute trash. I cannot emphasize this enough, but I know that if I look like I'm feeling like crap, they're going to turn me away. Like you're going, bro, I somehow managed to get myself to stop sweating. Like, so like, I remember walking down like the tunnel to these two ladies, full hazmat suits, mask, goggles, everything. They were decked out and they're pulling the customs paper.
Shit.
And then they're like talking about the paper. I was like, here you go. It's like, don't sweat. Don't do anything. I get into a whole other line. I'm stuck in this line for an hour.
Fuck.
And then like they have the military right there. Like people don't understand that it's
They're
like
watching you the whole time.
Bro, the guy found the tiniest little bottle of water like in my stuff, and I got drilled by this like this Chinese like Red Army, and like, bro, you know me, like I'm pretty mellow, but you start pressing my button, I don't give a fuck who you are. You could be fucking Black Ops, like we're fucking like we're gonna have a conversation. So it took all my willpower, like remembering that I'm sick. I was like, sorry. And like I show him, like I throw the bottle of like water, and he's still going at me. It's like clearly I have no fucking clue what you're saying.
Right.
Still coming at me. Whatever. I get to Seoul, South Korea. We're doing the whole competition. So you've been to bodybuilding competitions. I don't know if you guys have like ever been to one or like really watched it. Right. Morning they do like the whole like judging the show. Then at night they do like the finals, like whoever was first call, second call, they come up and they do like their whole hit.
Yeah.
They already know who the winner is.
Right.
They've decided earlier.
Yeah, the second half is a formality.
Yeah, it's just the show. Like the second half is just show for people to go and like flex, and that's where they sell the tickets. Anyway, we get there, like Flex is already there. Awesome hotel. That's a whole different story. I'm dead, so I go to pass out. Right? We do like the show in the morning, and like I go crash. Flex leaves to go talk to his coach who's on a different floor. They still have to do like a layer of tanning in between, right? Like, because he's a professional. Like,
It's a part of the thing. Yeah.
So he knows, like, it's literally like painting car. He knows how many coats he needs to have on and whatever. And like, they have their person.
It's legalized blackface.
Basically,
Yes,
I've seen it.
And it's as like that literally is the case. And what they will tell you is the lights are a specific temperature. I can't remember what the number is. It has to be that specific temperature to be classified as a professional bodybuilding competition. They have to have that temperature.
Right.
Black people with darker, blacker skin show better because they don't get flattened out. Someone like, you know, Whitey McDove over here, like you won't see the definition.
They'll be reflecting all the light back.
Right.
Exactly.
Which is why they tan so that they show definition.
Right.
So
Must be nice to be black.
So I'm passed out. All of a sudden I hear a knock at the door, and I'm like in my stupor, get up, and it's these two Korean guys, which I met, like, but obviously they don't speak English. I clearly don't speak
nice
Korean.
Chinese people.
They're nice Korean people.
Different subset group.
We've gone for China. We're in Korea now.
You're getting canceled, not me.
I know you've said all you guys are Puerto Ricans, but like there's Mexicans, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans.
There's like Puerto Ricans and then
sorry.
there's the legal Spanish people, and then there's the illegal Spanish people.
There you go.
There's the American Spanish people. So
And stop calling Puerto Rican.
So they're like, can I hold on? Since I'm 40 years old, I'm an old man now. Let me give you a disclaimer. Just because you're Puerto Rican does not mean you can put a pair of boxing gloves on your fucking rear view. And just because you do that, not a single fucking person in this world thinks you know how to box. All right?
But is the CD okay? Because we also really like the CD.
The CD is whatever. You're just blinding random people at the intersection.
Yeah, but at this point in time, you can't rock a CD anymore. People, that's like fucking from the Smithsonian.
Someone just looks like, oh, look at that cute little old guy driving that Honda Civic, that Nissan Sentra.
Besides, I think the Mexicans probably have a better like claim to the
Acura Legend.
Yeah.
Like Mexican people will have, back like 80s and 90s used to be the little carpet on the front of the dash.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or they'll have the
little Jesus.
it was Mary. It wasn't
Mary. Yeah, yes, you're right.
Jesus
It
was
Mary.
not the Lord of vehicles.
Yes,
it was
no,
Mary.
you're correct.
Mary.
You're correct.
Because it
Mary.
makes sense to have a woman be your protector while you drive.
The patron saint of Chevy.
Right? And if you saw like candles, like the tube candles, you're fucked.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like that's not someone you ever
tassels
want
and
to.
candles.
You never want to cut that person off.
Because they're asking forgiveness for
No, they
something.
will follow you home.
No,
They will follow you home.
Those
They have
people, they're not
killed
gonna.
before.
No, yeah, they've killed the chickens in the closet before. Like it's funny. Like total sidetrack. So this guy's helping my dad out, like cleaning out the yard and stuff. Don't make any Spanish people joke off that, right?
Why was he Spanish?
He wants coconuts. He wants like all the coconuts out of the tree. I'm like, motherfucker, those are my coconuts. Like I want those. But I come to find out because he uses them in church. And like I told my mom, I was like, are you high? Are you letting this man? Like, do you know what he uses those for? She's like, what are you talking about? I was like, that's Santeria. Like that's like you just let La Bruja like in here, bro. Like, do you know what? And so my mom does Reiki. She does all
Santeria
that.
is like voodoo for Spanish
Ah,
people.
got it.
Just,
Yeah.
just so you know, it's not the song.
It's like the
Santeria.
Catholic Church for Spanish
all right.
So, like, I tell her, it's like, do not let that man into this house. I was like, do not. She's like, why? I was like, you do not understand what you're messing with. I was like, you know how many goats and chickens have died in that man's closet? She's like, I don't want to hear it. I was like, are you insane?
He's pulling hairs off your comb.
Oh, dude. I was like, it's like, and here's the thing, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Whatever you believe in, great.
Right.
But it's my understanding, and I could be completely wrong. It's kind of like inviting like a vampire in your house.
Oh, yeah.
They're
Yeah,
not
you
allowed
don't do
in
it. You
unless
don't
you
do it.
invite them.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then
Right?
once you do, you fuck.
That's right.
You're done. It's like, remember that movie? Like, Thinner.
Stephen King. Yeah,
Yeah.
great. It's a great movie.
Dude, fuck that. So anyway, whatever. So these two Korean guys come at the door and they're like, Flex. I was like, yeah, what about Flex? And they're like, Flex. I was like, bro, I don't understand what's going on. I'm like, if you want me to tell him you came by, I'll tell him you came by. And I'm like, I'm going back to sleep. Go back to sleep. I can't tell you how much time, maybe 15, 20 minutes after that. Boom, 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 boom. At the door. I open the door and it's Flex and he's fucking steaming red hot. He's like, fucking Alex, we gotta get your shit. Let's go. He's Welsh. So you gotta fucking get your shit right. Let's go. We fucking late. Fuck. They were calling him to come back down for the final judging.
Oh, shit.
So he was at risk of having literally his first loss ever in fucking bodybuilding
Shit.
because nobody and all the other bodybuilders that he's friends with, not a single fucking one of them called him up and said,
No, because
They were
they're
hoping to win.
They're hoping he doesn't show.
100%.
Because
No, 100%.
he doesn't show. That's one place forward more for them.
right.
Yeah.
If he doesn't show up, the person who was second gets first. So only one guy called him up. So, bro, it is the most disturbing thing when you see one giant fucking man getting patted down by three other giant men with oil, like to put the tan on, and he's got to put the tan on. And when I tell you Flex is a perfectionist, there's a reason why he's going to go down in history as one of the best bodybuilders of all time, right? Like, I'll bust his balls up and down all day long, but he is who he is.
He's
like,
a consummate professional.
He's definitely lazy on other stuff in his life. I'll fucking say it to his fucking face. I have 1,000,001 stories, but when it came to bodybuilding, he was meticulous, right? Full on assassin. Dude, like, he was so fucking mad. And he was literally like, we were maybe a minute away from him losing that title, which is a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then it's also going down in the history book that he lost.
Right.
So it's like,
Yeah, they don't care how he lost or why he
don't
lost.
give a shit.
It's
There's
just
a loss.
there's a
Yeah.
loss.
Yeah.
they don't give a shit, but it's like, so anyway, moral of the story is, yes, you got to go as dark as you can without looking like a goofball, because people do it from here down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And-
the new thing of not doing the face, so they don't do the black face. Oh yeah, that looks worse. That
does.
looks so
It
much
does.
worse.
Well, some people
Yeah.
don't do it because they react. Like,
I would just do my face.
Oh, so it makes their skin break out?
I mean, depending on the oils, I mean, and it's also very toxic.
It's a heavy amount
You
of
didn't do
tan.
your face today. What are you talking
I
about?
didn't. I knew it was.
Do you tan? Like, not do you go out to get a tan? I'm saying, can you tan?
I mainly burn,
Yeah.
and then when the burn fades away,
I think that's the most tan I've ever seen Ian's arms right now.
So you basically just go from like white to skin cancer.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're just straight from like pasty white to melanoma.
I'm
do
this
you
natural
like
golden brown all the time.
Yeah.
In case
I
anybody.
mean,
was
like
wondering.
I gotta work on mine. Like mine
It's
needs a
actually not looking
reset.
bad, man. It's
Yeah,
actually not looking
it's
bad.
like I gotta get like the reset button. Like it's.
You're in the state for it.
I gotta turn on the Italian olive like gene. Like otherwise, I just go straight to like ghost.
No, you have like a Greek tan right now, I would say.
Very
it's
much.
like Puerto Rican, Sebastian from The Little Mermaid,
If I
messing with Zohan. Back to whatever this guy's got over there.
are you Puerto Rican too?
Yeah.
Just call me a crab.
Wait, where were you born?
Fucking.
Where was I born?
Yeah.
I was born in New York.
When born you
So
were.
you're American. You're New York. You're not Puerto Rican.
Well, both of our
Oh,
parents.
see, he was about to get
So
mad.
Listen, hold on a second. Both of our parents are Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Right.
From Puerto Rico, and we were born in New York. So I mean, we are.
I mean,
close
New York
to-
is probably the second most place that Puerto Ricans are born.
Yeah,
true.
yeah. That's why
Outside
they
of
call us
Puerto
New
Rico.
York.
Wait, what part of New York were you born?
Brooklyn.
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 So you could have been Puerto Rican or Jamaican. Like, you could definitely like either or.
No, you ain't wrong. Flatbush and Flushings. Yeah.
I can get by in both neighborhoods. It's just like once we get into like Jamaica, like I'm like,
You know what? That is funny point that you bring up. Like growing up in Brooklyn, like being Puerto Rican, like we were firmly in the middle.
Why
Like
do Jamaicans never have oxtail in the restaurants?
Yeah.
they never have anything. It's
Whenever I
always
want to order it. Fresh out. Hey man, can I get a large oxtail? Me no have that. What do you mean you don't have that? Like, that's
So
why I
being
came
Jamaican-
You
here.
have to wonder if they didn't want to serve it to you.
no.
though.
They legitimately do not have that.
Because like
me no have that.
they would have this thing in New York where like I would
Okay,
go to
can I have curry goat? Me no have that.
we'd go to the barbershops and like if you were Latin or black, they would give you a fucking dope ass fade. But like every now and again, like a Hasidic Jew would walk in and wanting a fade, and they would be like, "Yeah, we got a fade for you,"
Yeah.
and they would call it a Zeke. They
Yeah.
would fuck up the hair on purpose. And then be like, oh man, and then like as they they apologize and the person leaves, everybody in the barbershop is just laughing. And it was just like it was fucked up on purpose.
Which I am totally okay with. Because if
Damn.
it be the other way around and the Puerto Rican try to walk around their neighborhood,
Oh yeah, for sure.
good luck, homie.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Good
yeah.
luck. Which, again, I'm all for everybody
Yeah,
being
everybody-
cool with everybody. But you're gonna get what you put out.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. And it was funny how like as big of a melting pot as New York was, a lot of the neighborhoods found their ways to kind of segregate into their own like.
Yeah.
This is like little Chinatown. This is like little Russia. This is little Puerto
A
Rico.
lot of it
little
was
Italy. Like
I want to say a lot of it was established from when people first came over, and then it
Gangs of New
never
York.
quite broke up
Yeah.
from there. Like
They're
it,
called
it-
ghettos for a reason.
Yeah, it became stuck in kind of that little
think-
little chunk of way.
That's the part where people like, and I'm not saying you obviously, like that's the part where people don't understand where that word came from. It's like someone says it's ghetto, like, well, that's not what the word like originally means.
Right.
Yeah.
But now that's it. Like,
It's
I
the
mean, it's
connotation
technically
that
still
it's
like an
taken.
offensive word. Speaking of which, did you see the post I made the other day? What Target is putting out there?
no, please continue.
No, this I missed. Go ahead.
If I said to you, what could you name a Pop-Tart, anything but Pop-Tart, that would make zero fucking sense whatsoever?
Naming a Pop-Tart.
Like the actual
Anything-
food.
Else.
If I showed you a box of Pop-Tarts, it
Toaster
says Pop-Tarts.
like
I mean,
toaster strudels
Pop
that
Tart
they
or
have?
toaster pastry, anything else. I mean,
Toaster
what else?
pastry,
What else
yeah.
would you? What else would you call it?
I'm pretty sure I still have the photo. Target has, I'm assuming it's Target brand Pop-Tarts. They're called Ghetto Gastro.
The fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ghetto
I thought,
Gastro?
did I not send
What
it to
the
you?
Fuck?
I thought I sent it to you.
No, I did not see that.
No.
I did not
Ghetto
see that.
Gastro.
What
All
the
right.
f-
Ghetto
I did
Gastro.
see this though. Yeah, that's
Yeah, that
fucking
makes
great.
no sense.
Yeah, but why would you call it that? Like, and how did that pass the marketing team?
I like it.
And get into production into the stores. Like, no one along the line said
Someone
this
is
isn't
trying
good.
to get somebody fired. They're like, yeah, that's a good idea. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah, keep
Hey, it's
putting
like,
that forward.
how can we get like the attraction taken away from all the Pride stuff?
Ghetto Gastro.
Make some racist ass Pop Tarts.
So I didn't. So here you go.
Shit.
Are you fucking kidding me?
That's
Ghetto
fucking
Gastro.
great.
Alright.
But now, is there some other meaning for those words that they were leaning on at
So,
the very least?
I just learned
I mean,
live
gastro meaning stomach.
They also have pancake and waffle mix called Ghetto Gastro.
Oh, okay.
So that's a brand name of
That's a
theirs you're
brand
trying to
name.
make?
That's a brand name. Okay. Which makes a little more sense, but still doesn't make it any good sense.
No.
So check this out. I love that there's Ghetto Gastro pancake waffle mix that's sweet potato flavored next to the Ghetto Gastro pancake and waffle mix that's strawberry flavored.
Okay.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
That's good. That's good marketing.
I would never buy anything by the name of Ghetto Gastro.
I
for
what?
food.
I 100% would.
I
And you know what? I wouldn't even go through the self checkout. I would purposefully find someone behind a register and
That's
just make eye contact and slam it down on the table. It's like, what are you gonna get mad at me? You're selling it.
I'm buying it here.
Yeah, you're working here. I'm just buying it.
All right, let's break out those cups there, Ian. I see you
some
drinking
bullshit.
water.
This is not water, sir.
He leaned in for some
This
Sprite.
is the Sprite you gave me.
Yeah. All right, while
That's
you,
okay. That's fucking water.
let me
with
grab some
water.
more cups. Hold on.
with some sugar there.
This man is always leaving. He stays leaving. This man stays leaving.
Oh, did I? Where is it? Oh, don't tell me you're fucking.
You got Mick Ultra in there. You cutting weight?
No, it was like the cheapest thing I could find. I was like, well, it was because I bought a whole like crate to go golfing the other day, and I would still like not support it with all the bullshit that they were doing for different reasons. I'll explain it. Not for what you think.
Oh.
But I saw that they had like the whole rebate thing. I was like, bro, that's a 18 pack of Mick Ultra for $2. I'm gonna be an alcoholic.
Yeah.
All right, so check this out. So, found this. Perusing Total Wine as I occasionally do, which I thought was to be the most amazing and possibly the most disgusting idea I've ever seen.
Oh, I can see it from here.
That's not what the fuck I think.
No,
Oh my god.
no.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Hey,
that's that
it's
looks
artisanal.
disgusting.
No, it's artisanal.
Fuck that. That's not artisanal.
It is the artisanal.
It's the artisanal.
How do you say it? Artisanal?
Artisanal.
Is that how you're supposed to say it?
Let me see.
I think so.
Let me see the
I
word.
believe.
You're more American than me, so
I
I'm
believe
asking.
it falls under the category of potato,
Oh, man, that's-
tomato, artisanal, artisanal.
I would go with the artisanal.
Artisanal sounds like more.
It's probably like more like anal beer works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Warhead
Yeah.
Extreme Sour Watermelon Sour Ale. So this came in a pack of 4 with like other flavors.
We're here now.
Well, no, we're here. We're gonna do
We're here
it.
now.
Regrettably, we're gonna do it.
When you shit your pants.
Have you tried this?
I'll be in a
already?
pool.
Yeah.
I'll be in a pool.
I told you there's 3 other flavors. Do it.
So did you save the worst one for us?
I don't know because the other one's fucking trash too.
Oh, hold on. Here's Ian's cup, and we'll use the little ones.
Well, wait, no, I'll
No,
use the little one.
I'm
too.
saying.
I'll use the little one too.
Yeah, we'll give you.
I'm good.
Here, you want this one?
What the fuck? Are you
It doesn't smell bad. It doesn't smell bad,
No,
right?
No.
doesn't smell terrible.
Life's a bitch though.
That smells like a candy. That's fucking wild.
Fuck.
Oh god.
I'm not doing this.
Yes, you are.
No. All right.
I'm
doing
a
it.
guest
I'm doing
in this house.
it.
Not
All right,
drinking
all right,
it
no, I'm doing it.
would be offensive,
Yeah, you defend him.
and it's bad enough I'm the Italian one, so you know how that
Here, I'll
works.
pass this down to my Puerto Rican friend.
Oh yeah, thank you. Oh, whoa, well, that's a lot.
It's a foam.
It's a beer.
Can we pass some? Can we pass some Midol down?
It's a shot glass style.
All right, so
We don't need Midol
All right,
for
hold on.
this Nelson's
Let's do
aching
it.
pussy.
let's do this way. Let's go one down the road, so,
All right,
so we
ready?
get individual. And let's see. This guy
All right,
goes first. It's a beer. You're supposed to drink it, not fucking chug it.
Explain the rules beforehand.
We gotta
I'm not that
fill
alcoholic.
it back up. We gotta fill it back.
Yeah, you got.
No. I chugged. Fuck that.
Oh wait. What'd you think?
It was nasty as fuck.
I mean, it's not good, but
Go for it.
like, I'm not going out of my way to order that again.
Oh,
No,
never.
never.
Oh yeah, no, really not good.
Right?
Yeah. What do you think?
I know this is crap.
I said I knew this going in.
It tastes like just the sour powder that's on the outside of the warheads.
Right?
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that it says watermelon is a formality. It's just, it tastes like sour.
It's the color of the can. Yo, he's going in for seconds.
Trying for more.
Oh no, I'm
Yeah,
good
this
with
shit
one.
sucks.
Thanks, I appreciate it. I had to chug mine.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Here,
You should have
fill it up.
savored it.
Yeah.
Sabered it? No, I was trying to get it down as quickly as possible, but thank you.
It's one of those things where it's like you don't know.
Where you don't need it in your life until you try it?
I mean, there's very few things that I can say, like, I'll try once and never, like, drink again.
Like head from a fat girl.
Still better than Warhead's extra sour watermelon.
You're goddamn
sour
right.
ale.
You're goddamn right.
Still better
Let me
than
just
that.
tell you.
Yeah, you can't compare the two.
They try hard. They try really hard.
Who's gonna?
There's effort.
Let me compare it this way. When you're really, really hungry,
Right?
it doesn't matter if you're having like a 5-star restaurant steak or you're gonna have a fucking Spam, right?
Right.
You're gonna eat
starving.
it.
Yeah.
You swallow.
So
the whole
someone
thing.
who's starving for dick,
Is
they're
do a
gonna
great
put in
fucking
work.
job.
They're gonna put in work.
They do it every time.
They're gonna have to pay.
They have to pay the
Cheers to
troll
fat
toll.
cheers.
The troll toll.
Fat girls need love too,
Yes, they do.
but they gotta pay.
They gotta pay.
The troll toll.
Oh, God bless.
I mean, it's not.
I'm sweating. I'm
You all right?
sweating. No, I'm
I mean,
sweating.
it's not the worst alcohol I've tasted, but it's definitely not on the list of things I'm going to go out and
Oh,
buy.
yeah, I'm never
Yeah.
going to drink this
No,
again.
but we
after
started
today.
with some seriously tasty
Ooh, you know what?
refreshments.
Holler at your boy. We're gonna test this out.
What are we
You
doing?
gonna mix it with some?
Yeah.
Oh no, he's just experimenting.
I'm not going in on this with you.
Did I
Eddie will do it.
look like I asked for that?
Eddie will do
You're
it.
gonna drink
You're
it.
normally like a cult. Oh, you son of a bitch.
So we
Alright, so
are
we got-
adding
Oh, come
pineapple
on, all right.
whiskey.
Ah.
To the sour ale,
Yep.
Warhead,
Wow,
extreme
that actually,
sour,
that fucking smells like an
That-
improvement.
that-
artisanal.
That might be an improvement.
That smells like an
because
improvement.
the
All right.
pineapple whiskey,
It
pretty
was
good.
strong enough and tasty enough that it might just.
All right. Happy birthday, man.
Salute.
Thanks for coming out.
There you go. Look at these warriors.
That's much better.
Yeah, I have a couch for you guys later. Oh, two couches. One for you, one for him in case
Oh, we can't share a couch
shit
together?
gets thick. I mean, if you
Are-
want to
are
share a
you-
couch,
Are
We're
you
gonna-
a fan of segregation?
share a couch.
Wait a minute. You were in the military. Didn't they teach you guys to huddle
Yeah.
up for? Like, I know that they
Whoa,
taught
Let
you.
me
yeah,
tell you
yeah.
something. There were times.
Nelson's like, my whites are touching my Italians.
There
What
were
the fuck is
times.
that? No,
There were
fuck
times
this.
where
Like,
you would be so tired from sleep deprivation and just going. You gave zero fucks where you would sleep and how you would sleep. They would put us in cattle cars to take us from like location to location, like legitimate, like.
This is sounding suspicious like another time in history.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was getting to.
Yeah, I don't like
And there were no seats. It was just all walls. They'd shove you in there. You're wearing like a 75-pound rucksack, with all your shit in there, holding your gear. And everybody would just kind of like lean on each other like this.
You ever shut the lights off and play
And
Who's in
fall
Your Mouth?
asleep. We would just whistle while you work. No.
It's like
Oh, that's Nelson.
someone's got very strong calluses.
This is not pleasant at all.
It's like, I'm not mad at it, but
No, but you would find places to sleep and use the bathroom.
Hey,
When you gotta go, you gotta go. That falls under that. Like they'd give you that little e-tool, and you would just.
what was the first thing that you learned? Like, obviously, whether it was boot camp or your whole entire military career, that just made you think like, fuck, I stooped this low. I never thought that I was gonna go like this, and not like in a bad way. Where it's like where you never thought you were gonna do this, or like you said, like
Yeah.
you know, like growing up, you're like you're probably never gonna shit in front of somebody else,
Yeah.
making dead eye contact.
No, that was exactly what I was gonna get to, and it was like how sometimes you go to these sporting events and they have these troughs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where men are supposed to pee in there and just like pretend like it's okay that urine is not splashing on your fucking legs when you're pissing into these fucking troughs.
Right.
They had the equivalent of that. There would be like these big sheds that we would have to use that can probably house like 50 to 60 men at one time. And the shitters, the toilets, were back to back. So you would have toilet. There's no wall.
Oh, literally, like your back
Back
was against
to
my back.
shitting in a line, in a succession.
what if
like
you
maybe like
what if you rooster tail?
bro, if you were fighting. Yeah, like
So don't
Bro.
act like you never had a moon landing.
bro, you contain your shit. If it's explosive and we have back-to-back stalls, you're shitting outside, bro.
No.
You dig a hole.
But wait,
like a man, and you shit in the hole outside.
So wait,
I'd eat a bunch of sauerkraut, lean forward, see if I can hit him behind his neck.
but you still have the tank separating you two.
No. You had
Oh, wow.
you had plumbing separating you, like little thin plumbing lines.
Oh, see, these were pressure toilets, so they didn't have a tank.
Correct.
So you have essentially just a 2-inch wide pipe because
Behind
it
you.
runs water pressure to push it down.
So wait, the water's constantly flowing?
Yes.
How'd that shit
Oh, bro,
smell?
that sounds amazing.
It's not. It's so not amazing.
It feels like it would probably make things easier.
Have you ever been in a room
How'd
with
that shit
50
smell?
other men shitting at the same time?
Yes.
This
Yes.
is that's
Okay?
That
Disney.
sounds like
That
German.
is a smell you do
At
not
Disney.
soon forget, sir.
Yeah. That's
that
straight
is
up
how
Disney.
that is how the Romans had their bathrooms designed. So it was literally everyone in a row and three of the 4 walls. One was the door, and then was just several toilets. No dividing walls. You're
And there's
just looking
space
at
on
your partner in front of you.
And you would get toilet paper divvied out
We have a Roman here
to
in the
you.
room with
So
us.
you had to
Technically.
ration your toilet paper.
Right?
Thank you for the aqueduct.
So do you know how you,
The 3
with
seashells?
one square, how you wipe your ass with one square of toilet paper?
I believe not well enough is how you wipe your ass.
I'll show you.
Pay attention, kids.
A visual aid is going to be presented
For
in the
those of you
podcast.
watching on YouTube,
Folding techniques.
So what you do is this,
take this. All right, so you're taking a napkin. He's putting his fingers through the
and
napkin.
you dig the shit out, and you wipe it
Is that
on the paper. This is get the shit out of your ass.
is that not how you do it?
Wipe it on the paper. What do you mean? Is that how you do it on a regular basis?
No, I got a bidet.
I don't usually finger my ass while I eat
So
that
Ian.
shit. I don't.
Dig the shit out. Wipe it up.
And then afterwards,
I was gonna say just to check your. Yep, we're clean.
so
At that point, you rip up a shirt, some socks. You don't like somebody, you find their hat. You know what I mean?
Damn.
And you expel.
wait,
dog
so
eat
what
dog.
was your ration of toilet paper?
It depended on like the setting. Like sometimes you would mostly have enough toilet paper unless you got sick.
So you were just fingering your butt for the hell of it.
No. I never did. I never stooped this low.
So you just
he's
watched
like-
other people how to do
But
it.
that's what
He's
they
like,
would tell us.
I got a shit in a room full of 50 men. I might as well come.
Yeah.
No, but that is one of the first techniques that they teach you. They're like, well, you got your food's ration, toilet paper's ration, your water's ration. Here's how you, you wipe your...
Which is
you
fair.
Everybody's staring like, oh my God. Yeah, but that's...
Yeah, I mean that doesn't blow my mind.
No, but that was really it. Was that whole stall?
It's like everybody's
With the
stink
trough.
palming each other then.
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck?
But again, it's like he's saying, you reach to a point of I don't give a fuck.
yes.
I ain't
Yeah.
shaking nobody's
Yeah.
hand in that part.
Yeah.
Look, you get to a point where you're so hungry, you'll eat anything.
I mean,
Right?
there was many countries where their left hand was for using the bathroom,
yeah.
which is why it's an insult to shake somebody's left hand.
Correct.
Which I don't look, man. It's 2023. If you still out there doing that, that's on you, bro. You guys gotta catch up on. Like, I look.
Gotta take one for the team.
You can't tell me that you're living in a country that has like the most amazing buildings and man-made islands and stuff like that, and then it's like we're still doing this. It doesn't work that
Like,
way.
beautiful building, archaic rules though.
But think about
I
it.
don't
It is
go with
still
it.
a fear that people have, right? It was shown in 2021
Yep.
when COVID hit. What was the one thing that was running out in
Toilet
all
paper.
of the supermarkets?
I don't know
Toilet
why.
paper. Everybody was
Why?
so afraid
Yeah.
of not being able to wipe their ass.
I think that whole thing was just so stupid, man.
It was.
People are
It was
so-
ridiculous.
It's a respiratory
But you
illness.
know what?
Why do we
Yeah.
need toilet paper?
That's exactly what made it
don't
even
shit
You know what it
yourself
was?
to
You
death.
know what it was? It was, remember SARS was the first thing.
Yep.
That was like early 2000s, and that was. Did you ever find out how they figured out where like the first case of SARS and how it spread?
No.
Did you ever hear that?
No.
No, go right ahead.
So it was, you know how in China they have the buildings that are basically entire towns, like
Yes.
cities within one encased building.
Yep.
Yes.
Plumbing is absolute garbage in there. This one guy had it, and he obviously like took a dump there, and because the plumbing was so bad that it spread, and that's how it started going, because like fecal matter just ended up on other people because
No
they were in
shit.
this one building. Yeah.
Damn.
So it's like, but we got screwed over when everything started because we also had a hurricane right at the beginning of it. So people don't remember here in Florida, that week when everything shut down, we also ended up having a hurricane here.
Right.
So that was everything kind of like compounded.
Hitting at the same time. Yeah.
But that whole thing is all bullshit anyway. We don't need to talk about all that.
Yeah, no, we don't. But
I'm thinking we need to drink
still,
as well.
like, yeah.
Speaking of which,
it comes back to it. So it's like,
I hate you so much.
oh man. So I can't even look at that drink anymore.
Right.
I was like vomit.
I bet you it's fucking amazing now with the
How did he pass it to you, Ian, and then you took it willfully?
because he knows he's
wanna
not
try?
rude.
Listen,
You
I
want a straw?
have Irish blood.
He's like, thank you, Mr. Fellow Caucasian man. I trust you handing me liquids. No.
Listen, I'm just thankful that all the Romans gave to us. You know, probably the greatest
Can
empire
I
that
say,
ever
like,
existed.
let me, all right, 100% honest. All right. What do you think?
And
I mean, at least tell me if it was good or
He's
not.
going
going
It's not a
down.
dick, bro.
Holy
Fucking
shit.
Congratulations, sir.
There was spillage.
could have done without that.
Oh, that was the best one yet.
Thank you,
Alexis.
sir.
There was
Would
definitely
you
some
would you
spillage
prefer
in
a
there.
Miller High Life?
Oh God, no.
The Michelob's fine.
Oh my God.
Would you like?
Bud Light?
I don't know what I want.
Wait, were you in the Navy? I thought you were Army.
Whatever's
want-
good for me.
Do you want me to sing "I'm a Barbie Girl" while I hand it to you?
I mean, I did not get to see Barbie yet, but I do want to see it.
I kind of do want to see that.
Ian did see it. He gave it.
I
a
did
good
not.
review.
My
Oh, no,
my
wait.
girlfriend saw it.
Okay, all right.
I saw Oppenheimer.
It's a-
I want to see that too.
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer was really good.
Yeah.
It was really good. Just don't watch it late because there's a lot of fucking science in that bitch.
I love that shit. So here's my thing. One of my biggest pet peeves. Oh shit! I just
terrible.
me.
I fucking that. Oh,
Very good.
goddamn.
One of my biggest pet peeves are when people try to say, and mind you, this is not on you guys. When they try to say they're from a country that doesn't exist anymore because they know it makes them sound classier.
The USSR.
When they're like, I'm Persian. It's like, hey, my friend, here's a map. Show me where on this map you see
Show
a
me
country named Persia.
It's right there in the 300.
Right?
Yeah, it's like if
Iraq.
you were born and the country was still around, congratulations.
I'm Macedonian.
But if you were born and the country has no longer been around, yeah, you might want to start claiming somewhere else at this point.
Right? So my argument is like Ian is saying is, if you can say that, then technically I can say, well, I'm Roman.
You can.
Right?
Interesting. Okay, I see where you're going.
Am I wrong?
No.
Is that not a stupid argument to make? Like, here's my thing. I'm an immigrant. I moved to this country when I was 7 years old. I didn't become a naturalized citizen until I was.
Oh, hold on a second. Not a naturalized citizen? Yes.
Until.
Hey, Siri, call ICE.
Call
Oh
him.
God. That's it.
Call him.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Oh, shit.
Oh, he's not brown. They ain't taking it.
I know, they're good. Out of us four, who do you think they're going to look at?
They're going to come for Ian's ass.
Oh, the hell no. Hell
Get
no.
Maverick over here from Top Gun.
Gentlemen, we're so sorry to bother you. Could you two step outside while we have a conversation with these
Like,
guys?
yo, this is my house.
That's
This
us.
is my house.
You two come with me.
Yeah.
You two
Well,
come with me.
come on, we both know. Be like, we invited our long maintenance guys over.
We
and
have seen how this is my house shit works.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
No, they'll be like, oh, sure, it's your house.
It's like-
Step outside real quick. Let's talk about
Come
your
with me,
house.
Jose.
it's like, bring your wife out there, like, and they see the wife's like, gentlemen, I'm so sorry. to trouble you. Get on the ground. But
Ma'am, are you okay?
Yo, but go ahead. Say.
All right, I forget what I was gonna say
Oh,
now.
all right. You know what's crazy? So I won't say who it is, but recently somebody has told me that they own a home.
Okay.
They're getting divorced, right?
Right.
nice.
Congratulations.
And so they went back to their house to get their stuff. And they were like, hey, you got to call the cops. You can go and get your stuff. When he got there to get his belongings, the house he owned and paid for, the woman is still there. He's doing a favor to leave.
Okay.
They're like, you have 15 minutes to get your things. He's like, what? He's like, 15 minutes, grab whatever you can, and then the rest stays. And if you need to come back, you have to call the cops again to come back and get an additional 15 minutes to grab your shit.
Sounds super fair.
Yeah, that's great.
That's fucked up. Like,
yeah.
especially like if you're like, hey, I'm gonna leave voluntarily. I don't want there to be any issues or
wish
any bad blood.
I could tell you
like,
the story that I know of, like someone that I know that is going through it right now with like the similar case, and it's 100 times worse.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, you guys have an amazing marriage. Like,
Sir?
your wife is
Thanks, sir.
like top notch, like every guy's dream because she puts up with your bullshit. There's a fucking room of I love like penis, like all over the place.
You should clarify. It's not a room. It's the living room and
Yeah.
dining room.
Yeah.
Right.
It is the living room and dining
Which
room.
any
It is
other
deep,
woman-
and it's creeping into this
Yeah.
room.
I feel like this is like a time to take shots at
Yeah. So
Ian was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go in."
About to jump in, yeah.
any other woman nowadays would be like, "Oh, my
Yeah,
man's a
yeah.
bum. He plays video games. Blah blah blah." It's like, bro, she lets you do your thing. She does her thing, and you guys are awesome together, and you enjoyed the same stuff. Awesome. That shit doesn't fly anymore, man. Like, it's like there's not a single person that I know that makes me want to say, you know what? I want to get married and have kids.
Yeah.
There's not one. I mean, again, you have awesome family. Your daughter's awesome. She's like one of the, like, honestly, like the few people that I see like that I have hope for the future for other people. Anybody else that I know,
She's in good hands with Cassidy.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, Cassidy, she's doing her thing. I
yeah,
appreciate that.
mom did a
Cassidy
good job.
Rosa, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey,
Cassidy Rosa.
Cassidy and the Air Force.
That's right.
Yep.
Right? So there's, other than that, there's really nobody else that I see who's like, that makes me want to have kids.
Yeah.
Wife.
Fuck no, I'm dying
Well,
alone.
Right?
we had another friend of ours. We won't say his name, Adam, and his wife. What she did to him was beyond unfair.
Oh yeah.
So like, she went above and beyond to like not only get the divorce, take everything from him, get him fired from his job.
How?
Oh, she went back. He was a police officer at the time, and she knew
That's all you
some
gotta say.
incriminating
That's
things.
all you gotta say.
Bang, got him fired from his job. Then he was staying in like an RV or a camper that was left over that was in their name together. After she got the house, got the money, got this, got that, she find out that he was fixing it up to try to just make it as comfy as possible. He goes away for a weekend. She hired contractors to go into the property and destroy and remove everything. And
They
the cops were like, well, technically, since she's on the,
She can do what she wants.
she
to
can do whatever she wants.
That's why you gotta do what Trapper did.
Yeah, it was
That's fucked.
because
You gotta do what
I
Trapper
had
did.
sat with him
Who
and
Trapper?
he had
Trapper?
gone
That's
over
right.
some of the things, and there was things that the judge was allowing that's technically illegal.
Right.
There was loopholes in there that
Fucking feminist.
that made him guilty on things that she was doing. So the kids, so he had custody of the kids, but she made it in a position where they lived with her. She's supposed to be paying child support, but then he was also being charged for child support.
Yeah.
But then whenever the kids needed to be babysat, she would leave them with the parents, but she had got her parents deemed unfit. So now he had to pay for the babysitting, but if he paid for the babysitting, he's paying for unfit people to watch his children.
Fucking crazy.
So if he didn't pay, well, now you're in contempt of court. So either you pay and you're paying unfit people, which you go to court and you go to jail, or you don't pay and now you're in contempt of court and you go to jail.
See, I don't think COVID killed enough people.
See, here's
God damn it. That's the
Here's
name of the
my thing.
podcast. I don't think COVID killed enough people.
I'm a healthcare provider. I don't think they fucking killed enough people. I don't.
I'm
I don't
like,
fucking care.
I'm 100% with it.
Holy
See,
shit.
Traffic still sucks on
Yeah.
95.
And that is
It still
a
sucks.
drop in the bucket of the things that was
Yeah.
happening to
Can
this
I-
man.
I'm sure.
Can I go off of what Ian was saying?
Go right ahead.
And all I'm gonna say is, just gonna point this out.
Please do. Please do. In all
Hot
seriousness.
take.
Hot take.
I love it. This just in.
Have you not noticed a lot less people on those little scooters going around Publix?
Oh.
Yes.
You know what? You know what's fucking. You know what's great?
Maybe. Just maybe.
I'm walking around Disney with a lot of scooters bumping into me.
Hey, maybe.
Not me.
Maybe.
I mean, I'm loving
You know,
it.
maybe their
Oh, yeah.
immune system
No, that's what I'm
just
saying. There's a lot less of them in
couldn't
Disney.
handle it.
too.
I
Yeah,
don't
You're
know.
right.
So look,
I haven't seen
Hey,
natural
you're-
selection's a
You're
bitch.
not wrong.
Yeah.
I haven't seen too
Yeah.
many floating
Right?
around lately.
Hey,
Can
you
I
know?
can I also say this too? Like, I think that at a certain age, like you should be allowed to be like, you know what? I've lived a good life. I don't want to be a burden on my society anymore. You should be able to just kind of
Some places
check out if you decide you want to.
Some places are starting to allow it. You can go to
medically assisted suicide. I'm 100% for it.
Yeah,
I'm
100%.
I think some people, like, either you, for whatever various reasons, you get too sick, you're
cancer,
and you
this, that, and the
can't.
other. Yeah.
Bro,
Why
you
should you have to
get the
force yourself
fucking
through that?
diagnosis of like stage 4 cancer, and you know that you are facing a hard goodbye.
You should be allowed.
You just
should be
reminded me.
allowed.
And
Check out
let's be honest.
on your own terms.
Some of those cancers are like it's in your intestines. So what's going to happen is your body is slowly going to not allow things to pass, and it's going to slowly creep its way back up, and you're going to choke on your feces.
come on.
Yeah.
It's like Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
Go
Do
ahead,
we?
go ahead,
No,
Alexis, go ahead.
no fucking thank you.
You look. You guys just reminded me because I wanted to talk about this and I just read it. I think it was this
Perfect
morning.
time to talk about it.
100% on topic. Did you fucking hear about the lady who got diagnosed that she only has like 8-9 months left to live?
Oh, I seen that.
And she asked her husband if she could have sex with her ex one last time because she felt she was more physically connected with him.
You know what?
I'd have killed her on the spot.
Am I high?
Your 9 months has become 10 minutes.
Hold on a second.
Babe,
You know what?
Absolutely. You fucking
As a
of
matter of
course.
fact, I am such a gentleman. You can keep him for your last 9 months.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go.
No, because then look, what happens? Then she puts him on the will,
Ooh.
and then whatever you had and you dealt with, like, bro, the fucking audacity to sit there and say
fucking
that
crazy.
to
Insanity.
your husband.
But
Babe,
who made it public knowledge? Who made it public knowledge?
it was like the guy did. The husband threw it up like on Reddit, which obviously
That's one of the "Am I the asshole" things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, hold on. Let's
Hey,
go down the row.
Babe, no offense, but our entire marriage, your dick has been trash. And I have thought about my ass.
Right?
Because I have
holy
9 months to
shit.
live. I want that good dick that you're not giving
Before
me.
I pass into the afterlife, I just
Hold
want
on.
that good one last
I want to
time.
let you know on my way out, you've been trashed this whole time, and I want to go back
I want to.
to somebody else.
I want to
Alright.
be farting and
I wanna-
squirting on his fucking
I've
magic
thought
stick.
about it.
Hold
I've
on.
thought about it.
Let me read it.
Okay, go
like,
ahead, go ahead.
so we get.
All right, go ahead. We want the full picture.
That's so
We want the
good.
full picture.
That is so good.
All right.
Oh, man.
Like, because I know I shared it this morning.
Now, is this a
beautiful
United
thing.
States couple? Or is this in some foreign country?
I'm assuming
This has got to be like
So here's
It's gotta
the
be
UK.
America.
It's gotta be
Gotta
UK.
be America.
Here's
It's gotta
what-
be
It's
the
us.
UK.
It's us.
Is it the UK?
it doesn't say. I'll look it up.
Don't
But
just
post-
count how dumb some Americans are.
It's fucking
Oh,
Miami
no, I'm
Dade.
not.
It's Miami Dade.
But this is definitely some UK
So-
shit.
A husband shared on Reddit that his dying wife's last wish is to have one final intimate encounter with her ex, whom she considers her most physically compatible lover. He's torn between granting her wish and feeling hurt and betrayed by the request. According to the doctors, she may need a wheelchair in 4 to 5 months, and by month 8, she'll likely be bedridden for her final weeks. That's all right. Well, so go ahead and say your piece. Well, I'll find out the
Here's
deeper
what
details.
I would say. I would say yes, you can
Absolutely.
on month 8. On month 8, if he says he would still do you while you're bedridden and can't do shit,
How's that phone call go?
have at it.
Hey, Steve, how you been?
Hey, just wanted to let you know.
I know you used to date my wife years ago.
She wants to fuck you.
She wants your giant meaty hog again. Would you mind dropping by and pushing her guts in for a while? I mean, come on.
Now, you
mean-
need to make a decision quickly because she will soon be bedridden.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's dying by the minute, Steve. Get over here. Shit's getting mushy down there.
I mean, that's technically they did it on the other guys, right? Because like Will Ferrell's character ends up having to go to like his ex-girlfriend.
This is true.
Oh,
And he's like, I've done stuff with you that I would never do with anybody else. He's like, yeah, she won't do it with me.
Honestly, it's a hard pass. It's a hard no. It's like, what? Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, I'll tell you what. I would let her do it. I'd be like, yeah, go ahead, babe. And I would fucking cheat.
that is a
I
level-
would cheat fucking
All right.
cheat. I would
So, all right, hold on. So I found a deeper news article,
like a
right?
19-year-old Siamese
Is it the
twin
UK?
sucking each nut. I'd
That's
be
what-
like,
I'm like, this is the UK.
is it the UK?
What's
So
her
it's
name?
like, I guess this is like 2 years, like it happened like 2 years ago or something that they posted. It's just now kind of coming out.
Okay.
God.
It doesn't say if it was the UK. So the only other thing that says here,
Did he go through with it?
she admitted that she wanted to sleep with her ex-partner one last time. The Reddit user said that his wife thought her ex-partner was more compatible. Blah, 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 blah. She had given a lengthy monologue and how sometimes sex is physical, and said that sex with her husband was emotionally fulfilling for her. Bitch, ever.
AKA. Listen,
way to just kill him on the way out.
AKA, I never came. Like that. Just say it. Just fucking say
here
it.
you go.
But yo, she took him out before she died.
Emotionally fulfilling. Oh my god, that's the most depressing
That's
fucking
so
thing.
bad. So
That
the
is
woman's.
fucked up.
The
Did you
woman's.
come, babe? No, I'm emotionally fulfilled.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But
Oh my god.
my soul said yum.
Yeah, so he had money and he took care of her.
Yes.
The other
So-
guy,
Yeah, and the other guy dicked her down.
he was a felony.
Down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
felonies. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I got a story to tell you. By the way. I got a story to tell you.
Oh, okay.
All right, hold on. Let me finish this. The woman's wish had left the man in a dilemma. He can't seem to deny his dying wife's wishes for the sake of his ego. At the same time, he was not comfortable with the idea of his wife sleeping with her ex-partner. He explained that he felt obligated to agree to her wish because she was on her deathbed. The disturbed husband shared that he is utterly hurt to be in his perplexed situation. He said that he was so hurt that his wife felt that sex with her ex-partner was so good that she wanted to do it once again before she died. He concluded by saying he hated everything about this. Apparently, the past 2 years, the post was 2 years old, but resurfaced to a few Reddit users commenting on it in the past 3 days.
It's great. That's one thing that'll never go away for the rest of his life.
Oh, no.
Like he should have that on his Tinder profile.
Bro, can you
My last
imagine?
wife's dying wish was to fuck her
fucked
ex.
up. That's fucked up.
God
Like-
damn.
Just
The audacity and disrespect of your partner to ask something like that.
Now, my question is, do you hide in the closet and jerk off?
No.
I mean,
Superman
that's-
it?
Come on, man. That's not a question.
Or not
Of
Superman,
course
the
you do.
Houdini?
Bro,
Of course you do.
I'd be
Of
in the
course you
closet with a belt. Just
All right, so since this is
Choking
the
myself.
topic, on your dying bed,
yeah.
what would be the one wish that you had?
See, that's
God.
tough. Like,
How long do we have?
Yeah, like, I mean, like.
All right, same scenario. 8 months to live.
And I'm gonna rapidly decline.
And you're going to rapidly decline, and you got one thing that you want to ask of your significant other.
Man.
I mean, like, we're not shitbags, so we're not gonna be like. I'd be like, maybe it's like, let's have a 3-some, 5-some, whatever. Let's like stuff.
At least
like
you're
that.
still involved.
Right.
At
On
least
my
you're still
face, like,
involved.
yes, yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Or I'd
For all-
say-
You're on your own. Shit on my face. Shit on my face.
Hey man, don't yuck anyone's yum. You know what
I know,
I'm saying?
right?
Like, you know,
I like
mean,
that. Don't yuck it.
you
What's
don't
up? That's
anyone's
good.
yum. Like, you know.
Please explain to me where the yum of shitting on your face
Maybe
begins.
you're super German and you just want to get fucking cake.
Scheiße.
Bro, if that is like the worst thing for you, don't go online.
Yeah.
yeah.
There's
Yeah.
way
All right,
worse.
yeah, all
Yeah,
right,
there's
all
like, you know, 2 kids playing in the sandbox. There's some bad shit on there.
I'd like.
mine would be pretty docile.
What would you ask for?
I would want to go to Disney in China.
Oh my god.
That's
God.
it.
I would not trust a single one of those rides.
Listen, man. If you're gonna go out anyway, right? So why not go to China?
This guy was.
Listen.
You hear this? This guy was in the U.S. fucking army, and he says he wants to die on Chinese soil.
Goddamn right. I want to fuck their shit up.
They would just fucking be like, they wouldn't piss on you if you were on fire.
You could take
What do you call those little trees that grow sideways and shit?
Bonsai.
The bonsai
Yeah, grow a
trees.
bonsai tree on me. You know
This
what I mean? A lotus
motherfucker
That's
just-
bonsai.
Japanese, you fucking racist.
Hold on. This motherfucker just said, what are those trees that grow sideways?
A fucking bonsai tree.
Do you know how much that makes my fucking brain hurt?
I'd probably ask for Tom Green's final wish.
Yo, I had to take my fucking headset off. I'm
I'd
sorry.
ask for Tom Green's final wish.
That
What was Tom Green's final wish, please?
He said that you'd burn his body, put it in ashes, and you put the ashes in 2 different bullets. And in one bullet, you would shoot a silverback gorilla. And with the other bullet, you would shoot a mountain goat. And then you would cut the bodies in half. And you'd fuse the spines. So the bottom half would be a mountain goat, and the top half would be a silverback. And then when you buried me, you would say, "Here lies Ian Banks, half gorilla, half mountain goat."
That's a noble way to
if
go
anyone
out.
ever dug you up,
That's what they would
that's what
find.
they would find.
That's a noble. What about the kid that when he died, his mother brought him onto a stage at a nightclub? Post-mortem.
Yep.
Sat him in a chair.
yeah.
That's some wild shit.
That's nothing, dude. Like,
no.
I
But
like.
in other countries, it's not so.
I'm not gonna
absurd.
lie though, I'd be taking shots with him.
That's pretty wild. shit.
I've watched so much World Star hip hop that like at least once a week I've seen a lot of like fucking hilarious ones. There's one where they took the coffin and they put it sideways in front of a soccer goal, and one person kicked the ball off of the coffin.
So it hit the coffin.
So it went into the goal so he could score one more time.
That's awesome.
Then there was one.
Awesome.
There was one that came out like a week or two ago where they put the fucking body on this giant fucking trike. This is like in Africa somewhere, and they just fucking let the trike go, and they kind of like nudged it along down the road of the village so he could take his ride down to like the street one more time.
You know what? Okay, see, those are dope though.
In the coffin, it's fairly mild,
and that's something for your boys to do for you, like one last.
I might ask.
It's a different thing when it's
I'm all right with
when
that.
it's just the body on stage.
If we're doing that, then I might ask of you guys for like a fucking Viking funeral.
Listen, man,
I would do that.
It.
I would totally do
Like
that.
what?
But you have to do it in like a Wellington, like
on a
boat
boat.
area.
No, for sure.
Like on a boat.
Are you talking about the
Set it on
pyre
fire?
or on the boat on the
boat.
ocean?
Fire,
you
like
have
with
to
the
burn
arrow.
me on the pyre, like
Fuck yeah.
on the boat.
Listen,
like,
man, I would do it.
Oh, that's different.
I would do it.
Like I would do the burning boat.
Yeah, I'd like the
that's
burning
what I'm
boat
saying.
idea.
Well, no, you
That's
said
pretty
like you want it on the like the pile. No,
Like
like
the
you
steak
do the
pile.
boat.
I want a boat and you burn me, but you float me through an apartment complex.
Or hear me
I
out.
mean, what apartment complex do you know that has a river running through it?
you pick-
I just want to clarify.
You pick a
Olympia?
Wellington place with a lot of bitchy neighbors. That's what the fuck I want.
How about we do this? How about we just put you on like some derelict boat and
Okay.
put you out into the ocean,
All right.
and then you just become the Flying Dutchman.
Yeah.
And my soul just haunts that ship.
Yeah.
And my
Dude, have
soul
you
is
seen that?
strapped on that fucking ship.
Yeah. Have
forever.
you seen the guy in the fishing boat that got stranded like that? There's a couple of
No.
crazy stories. So
No.
there's actually one
Why
guy
would you
just
want
got
that
fired.
from me?
No. You love to see.
Fuck no, I get seasick. What
You
the
want
fuck?
you want the Viking funeral one way or another. You're out.
Yeah,
there.
because the boat's gonna burn and I'm basically gonna be gone.
So then you're just gonna end up at the bottom of the ocean.
That's fine. I like crabs.
You're gonna be
Pile of
fish
ash.
poop.
I'm a seafood friend.
So there was a guy. He was on a.
Trap my soul. In
I wanna
shitty-
say it was either-
He said derelict ship too. He's like, hey, you want to fucking entomb you on a shitty boat?
What's the difference? There's nobody on the
You
other
didn't even
Viking
pick a
ship.
nice boat, Alexis. You're like, hey, can we buy a shitty rundown
You
boat?
did.
Call
The
it
fuck
the
you know?
Titanic 3?
Yeah.
I put you in a submarine.
Yeah, we'll control it with a Logitech controller.
I don't want a submarine.
Float you down there, bro.
No, so
damn it.
look it up. There's photos of this, right? So there's this guy. I want to say it was either like a cargo ship or a fishing boat, and he just got stranded. And obviously he just like was calling for help to the point where he had no more food or water or anything. And they finally found the ship, and he was just mummified at the table, at the comms table, radio in hand, and there's just a body on the desk.
That's
Like, and you don't even see he's so mummified and just decayed from like the ocean water and stuff.
Like a
So
fucking video game.
he's just like just a corpse. It's just like a brown corpse, and with like holding
the
a radio
Goonies.
in hand, huh?
almost like the Goonies, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Same stuff, dude. There's so many crazy stories. There's one guy from Mexico who got stranded for, I want to say like 6 to 8 months or something crazy like that. So he just picked up a new guy to help him fishing. It was like the guy. It was literally the first day on like the ship with this guy. He's like, I want to be a fisherman. Let me be your apprentice. Blah blah blah. They go out there. Flash storm kicks in. They get just whisked away. Now they're stranded in the middle of the ocean. The new guy obviously starts going fucking crazy, and he's like trying to drink ocean water, this, that, and the other. They were like catching seagulls and drinking their blood for water, eating it.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy ends up like the kid dies.
Right.
Obviously, the other guy survives, and he's like he talks about how he starts hallucinating that the kid's talking to him, this, that, and the other. Dude, they found him like a couple 100 miles off of the coast of Australia, and they said had he not been found like on that day, he was just about to get picked up into the current into the Pacific. It would have been gone forever.
He would have been back out to the ocean.
He just managed to whisk past like one of the trade routes, and they found his
pretty
ship,
wild.
dude. There's like he goes out on tours and stuff
And
like
he
that.
kept the body on the boat the whole time?
Yeah.
I don't know if I could do that. I think I would have to throw the body overboard.
I think maybe he wanted to be able to bury him,
Yeah.
or
I know.
show like
Oh,
I
well,
didn't,
it was
I
his
didn't,
son?
I didn't kill the kid.
No.
He
It was
just-
it was this kid from the village.
If
that
it was
wanted
my
to be him.
family, I would hold on to them, but I don't know. I don't know if I would want to.
I would eat that motherfucker so quick.
I ate him.
Are you guys
I fucking am.
stupid?
Would you keep it? Well, you would eat it.
I would eat it.
Obviously. Would
Well,
you eat the body?
I would keep the body for
No. Eddie.
What's it called?
Hey, whoa.
Mute his mic, bro.
Hey, no,
Mute his mic.
I gotta come.
No,
I gotta come.
we don't want to hear this shit. Mute that shit.
I'm stuck at sea.
First he wants to get shit on, and now you're stuck at sea and you want to...
Rigor mortis. That's when that rigor mortis sets
Fuck
in.
yeah.
Rigorous mortis?
That shit gets tight.
How long does that last?
I don't know. Rigor mortis a while. Till the blood pressure will stop. So, a week.
You don't know.
Couple days?
A week.
A week?
days?
No, really?
I'm not trying to
Yeah,
ride
but
his
doesn't
meat,
the
though.
body start releasing... Doesn't the body start releasing its fluids right away?
What's that?
Doesn't
Hey,
the
man.
body start releasing its fluids right away?
It just stays moist, yeah. You're going to get all gaseous.
No,
No, he's talking about if he shits himself.
Yeah, shits and pisses himself.
Yeah.
Don't do
Listen,
liquid
I've never
release
made
all
love
the
to a
time.
corpse. I'm just saying. This is how it would work.
Well, if anybody would know about making love to a corpse,
Why, because I'm white?
Maybe it's the shades.
You're
I don't
right.
know.
You do have a bit of a serial killer
In all
vibe.
fairness, if one of us here is going to fuck a corpse, that's fine. I'll take that.
Yeah. If we're sitting and 1 out of 4 people is a serial killer.
Yeah,
in
like
this
if they ask the audience,
In
one
this
of these
room.
people on this couch has fucked a corpse. I'm guilty. I'm guilty.
All right, so you're the fuck the corpse guy. Who's the serial killer?
Alexis.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
sure. For sure. I got shit planned out for days.
Exactly.
And then I guess that would make Eddie the stalker, right? Because of the hat. The hat.
No.
It's the hat. It's the hat.
No.
I would have gone with the beard.
All right.
No,
yeah.
Nelson is angry that no hats look good on him. That's
Hold on a
the problem.
second. What are you talking? Hold
shit.
on
I
a
feel like
second.
there's some
Hold on
fucking
a second,
tension
bro.
here. Hold on.
Now we're...
Yeah. Alexis, you want to just lean back and let
Yeah,
these two
yeah.
fucking
You
Hold on a
guys
second.
say
you have what is currently now the standard Marvel I'm under disguise generic hat. That's what that looks like.
Can
from
I...
here.
Hold on.
Oh, shit. Oh,
Out of
okay.
everything you could have picked, you went with the hat. Me... If it was me doing the roasting,
Oh, no. Oh, here we go.
there's one thing only. No. You know what I'm about to say. You just saw it. You know exactly what I'm going to say.
What are you
And
gonna say?
that's the end of the episode.
What am I going to say? What am I going to
I
say?
have no idea.
Ed, not yet.
You're saying the beard? I don't
No.
know. I don't know what you're gonna go with here. The glasses.
How old are you?
I'm 42
You're 42? You're a grown-ass fucking man.
with Marvel
With
collection.
fucking jorts. All right?
Yo, man, listen.
Unless
I don't care.
we're going to go
if other people don't like jorts.
Unless
but
we're
I
gonna
like
go
my jorts.
play pickup fucking two-hand tag football with the other neighborhood kids, all right? You can take your fucking Cortez Nikes and your jorts and go fuck right off.
Hey,
All
listen,
right?
man. This is the standard Brooklyn attire.
That's
right here.
exactly what I'm trying to say. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. All right?
Yo, listen,
Meanwhile, I'm in like floral paint.
That's fine. You're in Florida.
My
this
balls
is
are about to
socially
literally come out.
acceptable. This is socially
Yeah.
acceptable. My
It's a-
jorts.
it's a-
I'm also white.
My jorts.
I'm also white.
yeah,
so
this is
it's-
true.
yeah,
This is
yeah,
true.
so.
You definitely look like you work for Pac Sun right
I
now.
do. I part-time.
You know, yeah.
part-time.
I would say PacSun. It's like, that guy doesn't surf, but he wants everybody to think he surfs.
Yeah. You know what's
damn
funny?
right.
Actually, his brother was on the podcast and he called him out for calling himself a Viking. He's like,
Oh,
you're-
Oh, I know. And he said, "Oh, how the fuck are you gonna fucking call yourself a Viking when like we're Irish?" I did a fucking 23andMe, dickhead. 10% Irish. Kiss my ass. They tested our DNA, you fuck.
So wait, what was the other 90%?
We're like 85% Northern European. Here's the most fucking surprising thing about this.
Okay,
I'm like
alright.
3% Hasidic Jew.
really?
Congratulations.
No, that's
I
right.
can see that. I
So-
can see that.
So I'm entitled to shit.
So,
You could
Technically,
grow some
yeah.
curls.
I work out at the JCC.
no, technically you could get
Oy vey.
your trip to Israel.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Paid for.
I don't know if
Yeah.
mine was 3% or 2%.
On
Yeah,
what?
I was
had
blown
some
away
European
though.
Jew
Bro,
in
you
there.
are straight up 90%.
And get this.
You got the hat, you got the beard.
Listen, I know this is gonna shock you. No African, not in me at all.
Yeah, no, Puerto Ricans have a huge mix.
Yeah.
We actually have...
Because all you guys
What
do
was
on
it
that
again,
island
Eddie?
is make rum and fuck.
Pull it up right now.
Yeah, no, as Puerto Rican...
You know, like they figured out that 23andMe is just like inaccurate, right?
Well, then
No,
I don't know what
I
I
did
am.
not.
Then.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had like a whole big lawsuit. They kind of like just phoned it in.
They're pretty expensive.
So were they
Yeah.
just like dishing out ethnicities
Yeah.
to people?
So it's like, so Yeah. No, 100%.
That is fucked
100%.
up. That's
I'm
fucked
not
up.
fucking around. I'm dead serious. And then the worst part is, I mean, like,
There we go.
that part I know
Those
they
bastards.
Hello.
like
There
they
we go.
kept
Yeah,
I
you
got
lost
cut
my
off.
mic for a second there.
They
Intentional.
they gave your DNA for like the world database, so like now it is trackable. Yeah.
Bastards.
So
Yeah.
what were you saying, Eddie?
3% Jew. Yeah.
No, but what about the rest of like
Oh, the
Puerto
whole
Rican
thing?
heritage? Like we are a huge
Yeah.
because
So
like we were a Caribbean
Most
island.
people,
Yeah.
most people don't realize Puerto Rico was the target of a genocide that essentially was fulfilled. To the point where the population was so low that they made it a slave trading port. So they brought everybody else in
Yeah.
to bring the population back up. So Puerto Rico, on standard, you got 30% Spain, Cameroon, Congo, Western Bantu, then indigenous Puerto Rico, Portugal, Senegal, Mali, Jewish, Sweden, Denmark, Basque, Benin, Togo,
All the wealthy countries.
Northern Africa, Southern
dare
Italy,
you.
Ivory Coast, Ghana, indigenous Eastern South American, Northern Italy, and Scotland.
This is your 23andMe.
No,
Yes,
this is
Ancestry.
This
Yeah,
is
but
the
yes.
Puerto Rican.
But for Puerto Rico, that's actually fairly standard, and
Yeah.
it's the same thing when you're looking at places like Cuba and Haiti and all of that. Well, all of those islands there was the indigenous Arawaki people, the Taino.
Isn't that a fish?
Taino.
And what happened was they were
Shut the fuck
when
up.
Spain came through and started using them all for the slave trade. They wiped them out to the point where the only way to keep their slave trade off these islands was to bring other slaves in to mix with those people.
They were breeding grounds.
Yeah,
Like,
so
I
that's
mean,
that's literally what they ended up doing. So it's almost like the world's first melting pot where people from everywhere was being brought in
Yeah.
everyone
just
from
to
different
bring
cultures.
the population back up. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like I mean I'm a big history fan, and like people don't realize, like we got to deal with a lot of the, the negative issues of everything that it took to get the world to where we are.
Yeah.
Right. Let's be honest. If things were the same way that they were 400, 500 years ago, none of us would be sitting
There is
together.
a tremendous
Right.
amount of ugly things in history
I still hang
that
out with you
eventually
guys.
led to
Right.
great innovation.
Right.
It's almost inherent.
It's part of like, and that's the thing that like bugs me, is that everybody is so quick to do the whole culture vulture thing and cultural appropriation. That is like such a big pet peeve of mine.
Yeah.
Like someone says that shit, like, granted, I know I would look like a fucking dumbass with dreadlocks, but if I put dreadlocks on, I'm cultural appropriation. Like, I just tell people, it's like, have you ever had pizza?
Yep.
Good.
You ever had pizza?
We just had it.
It was delicious.
Please don't ever fucking eat it again, because
Right.
that's
It's
Italian.
cultural
And that's a
appropriation.
cultural appropriation, right?
Right.
It's like, have you ever had whiskey?
Right.
Please, like, you're the only one that can drink it out
All
of
right,
us,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Hey, let's not go axe throwing ever.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's such an ignorant fucking
Right.
conversation.
It is.
And yes, as much as it sucks, of all the stuff that happened, right? Instead of pushing the segregation further, because like you're looking at it as like you're trying to protect your culture, help to share it with other people,
Yep.
but understand, it's like, man, like you said, like, everyone likes to romanticize pirates.
Right.
Like, yo, do you understand what their job was?
What they did.
Pillage,
how they
plunder,
made-
rape, steal,
Right?
kill.
They
Yeah,
didn't look like Johnny
and
Depp.
They were horrible people.
Right. I was
Yeah.
like, there's literally like just thousands of families
Destroyed.
that were completely destroyed.
What's
Lineage
amazing is
gone.
probably half the pirates were allowed to go do what they were doing,
Yeah.
pirateering, because they were sanctioned by the governments
Yeah.
to go fuck with other governments.
Here's
They were
the thing.
on the
Your
payroll
job-
of England.
Your job is to go fuck
Yeah.
these people up, so
Yeah.
when we get there, they got nothing.
Yeah.
Now, have you guys been on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride?
Yeah.
At Disney?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, just
changed it a lot.
really, they changed it a lot. I was gonna say, if you really pay attention, it's like,
Yeah.
No, but I got jerked off by a park worker.
Did you?
Yeah, wild.
Cheers.
I couldn't even get past the fucking.
That's how it felt like at the park.
Yeah,
Let's
it
be
was,
fair,
it, was,
though.
it was pretty fucked up.
Most of the people that are talking cultural appropriation have like fucking blue hair and armpit hair, and they're.
But you know what? It wasn't always the case because, like, I remember even like growing up in Brooklyn, there was a time when
could see
there
them.
was a brand called Cross Colors. I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember.
I don't
what
like
Cross
that
Colors
name.
was, but it was like a Jamaican base company. So like it was like bright greens and yellows and reds and blacks, but like it was dope. Like everybody was wearing it. It was just popular, and it was kind of everybody embracing like the Jamaican vibe, the Bob Marley thing. You know what I mean? It was very short lived, but it was also
Cool
like
Runnings come out that
yeah. It was no. But you know, like nobody back then was looking at it as like cultural appropriation. It was like it was just the thing that was in, and everybody was kind of celebrating another culture together
And then
enjoying
snow
it.
came out.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
dare you.
Hey, speaking of which,
Listen, I'll still rock that song.
that's a
Like,
fucking
boom,
great
boom,
song.
yeah.
So total side note. So I meant to say this.
yes.
So obviously we've both been doing a lot more music, especially the last year.
Yeah.
And I've been a big supporter of your music.
Oh, thank you. I
So
appreciate it.
We have two very talented musicians.
I'm
Absolutely.
I'm offended that you haven't asked me to play bass on like your stuff yet, and I've
Oh,
offered.
listen, I would
wow.
love
However-
to
Oh,
work
wow.
something with
Oh, wow.
However,
Shots fired.
I will say that out of all the tracks that you put out there, Midnight is hands down the best piece that you've put out there.
Thank you.
And the other two guys, SoFlo and who's the other one?
Splash Valley.
Okay. Fucking amazing work. However,
And
two things.
we're gonna capitalize the
no. Go for it. I love it.
So,
I
two, three things that I would have done on that track, right?
Right.
Because the track is fucking amazing, and I'll break it down. Like, I'd love for us to play because then I'll break it down for you from a producer standpoint, from the stuff that I've done. The end, you play the bell chime one time.
Yes.
You should have started off the song with like another 2 or 3 to add to the ambiance to it, right? Give it a little bit of the Undertake vibe, right?
Yeah, I like
You
that.
connect the beginning and the end.
Right.
Yep. Okay.
2, the production of the track, whoever made the beat, fucking amazing. And whoever that was, who was that?
So it was a company called J. And they have a bunch of producers that make beats for this company. It's kind of like a BeatStars,
Right.
where you could purchase like a contract from them and
Find
beats from
out
other
who
producers.
made that track, because whoever that is, very talented, and they're on the brink of creating their sound to it, right? It's very well done track. Who mixed it?
So I went to a studio called High Tune Studio.
Okay, so the mixing is great. I would have done a couple of things differently to help bring everybody out the way that it came out. I
Yeah.
probably would have guided you guys a little bit different on certain things. Your lyrics on that were fucking spot on. And I think from a musician standpoint, you are not working hard enough on your own lyrics. And that's not a bad thing.
No.
It's like, because your lyrics are good.
Yeah.
And you're not you're not putting yourself the effort that you should be doing for what you're capable of.
I appreciate
right?
that.
Because
I know what you're
we
saying.
both know exactly where you come from, because we both listen to the same kind of hip hop, right?
Hell yeah.
So I know exactly where you're pulling your
Inspiration.
creativity from. But because of that, you are not allowing yourself to be honest to yourself.
Okay.
You're creating with everybody else in mind and not finally putting your voice out there. That song is the closest that you've gotten so far, from my opinion, obviously,
Right.
to finally starting to find your style and your voice.
Be yourself, man.
Right.
I appreciate it.
And,
No,
and that's
listen,
coming
I
because
love
I've
it.
done the same
No,
thing.
thank you.
I do the same thing. I can easily go and imitate other musicians, right? That's easy for me,
Right.
Because we both know it. Like, if you're sitting there, if I sat there and I told you, okay, I want you to sound like Fat Joe, we know exactly how we were going to sound, right?
Right.
If I sit there and say, I want you to sound like Biggie, we know exactly how the flow is. So,
What if I want you to sound like Scott Stapp?
so
I didn't even know who that was, but go ahead.
Creed.
Oh,
Creed. Yeah.
So now, the other two guys, Shout out the second one, right? The second verse is the
Splash Fatty.
okay.
Good guy.
Fucking
Big anime fan.
his approach and his calling on fucking Andre 3000.
Yeah.
Fucking spot on. You could not fucking hide that from me.
Yeah.
You could not hide that from me.
he's-
And it's
that's his
great.
style.
And him too is like he's got the capability of being a really, really good lyricist and a good rapper if he just takes that a step further. Because he took Andre's like style and kind of like made it a little bit of his own. Fucking great. The last guy, SoFlo, he was fucking killing it, and then he phoned in the end. He phoned in the end, and I'll be like, and I'm not being disrespectful.
No.
Like every single person on that fucking song, front to back, did a fucking awesome job. Like I can't tell you how many times I fucking listened to that track because of out of everything you have, like. You need to take that and expand on it and keep going that way. But back to what I said is stop doing the same thing because you're pulling on the same references,
I feel you.
right?
Yeah,
Be
yeah,
you.
yeah.
So don't be afraid to do something that's going to fuck up.
Yeah.
And that's like coming from everything. So like as a musician and like the thing that everybody is afraid of, like from performing is you're afraid to be genuinely you
Right.
because it's not going to be automatically accepted.
It's one thing to be rejected when you sound like something else. It's a different to be rejected
When you're being honest.
When you're being genuine, yes.
When you're being genuine.
So be you, man.
No, I really. Ian, go sit over there. So let the
What are you flinching for me for?
Let- let-
he's the
I
one that's
don't know,
gonna hate
man.
me.
Ian,
You're a big guy. What the
Ian.
fuck? I'm about to flinch.
let the adults talk for a moment.
Jesus
please.
Christ. I'm his hype man. I'm building up what he said.
No, I seriously appreciate the feedback, and I love the fact that you enjoyed the track. That one in particular, that was one of the favorite tracks that I put together with my friends there, and I think the last
thank you,
2
sir.
years is really I've been focusing on really finding my voice.
Yeah.
Because I started with a very like rudimentary boom bap battle style.
Yeah.
So in the beginning, what I did for my hip hop my hip hop adventure was like battle rapping.
Yeah.
So then I had to learn how to make songs, and then making songs is like, well, what kind of songs do I want to make? And then the best kinds of songs that I like. That's why like that song doesn't have a hook. It's just like Triumph, like was the thought process in mind. Like I'm gonna spit some bars, he's gonna spit some bars, and
Hands
everybody's
down, one
gonna
of my
have
favorite songs of all time.
everybody's gonna have their own style
Yeah.
on the track. That's what's gonna add that flavor to make the track enjoyable. So like, yeah, no, I definitely pull from MCs that inspire me, like Wu-Tang, Big Pun, the Nas's, Eminem, even more modernly like
Bad baby.
Bad baby.
Lizzo.
Lizzo.
Bad babies.
Well, by the way, I think who was it? The second person had like one of the best
Splash.
lines. Splash had I smashed so much you could be my son.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so fucking good.
That was actually SoFlo.
That was so funny.
Yeah, yeah.
Bro, all I just imagine that straight up being used on like on a like a battle, and someone just being like in the back like,
I'm gonna hit you with another surprise. You know who SoFlo is? Brandon from Excel.
Brendan Skater Brendan.
No, like fitness Brandon. Real low key.
Shut up, that's him?
Little white personal trainer,
That is
Brandon.
Brandon.
Yes, sir,
What?
it is.
Yeah.
That explains that explains the phoning. That explains the phoning in at the end because he got soft on me.
His Caucasian came through.
That
We're gonna
explains
have to
it.
outsource these last lyrics.
That explains it. Because his lines were good, but then the insecurity kicked in.
Yeah, yeah, and I will say this: like there was a lot of when we would get together and write, like we all, we're writing our verses independently, but also working on like let's perfect the craft together, let's perfect the flows. Some of the beginning songs that we made, which would never come out, those were like getting in the rhythm. That was getting in the groove. That's how you find like your element, your voice. And then Midnight was one of the first couple of songs that we put together that was like, this is something worth going to the studio and recording and putting down.
It's an also very well done song. The only downside is the not the production, a little bit of the production, but the filler. You wanted to fill up a certain amount of time, and I can tell that. Break.
Oh, the break. Smash.
Break.
Wow,
That's a great song.
up.
Once, twice, done. But when you start saying that 6 times, like, you don't need that.
Yeah.
Now that song, if you went the mixtape route with it, and you added like 3 or 4 people to really like fuck with it, like that, the hook is great. The vibe of the song is great. It's got that 90s like Limp Bizkit trying to like work with a bunch of other guys.
Wanted to make mosh pit music
Right.
was the idea. Yeah.
Right, but like, and that's a great fucking song. That's a great song where it's like, if you have to, like, when you're writing a song, and I mean, this is for like anybody, you have to be willing to cut it out. You have to be willing to
Like cut the fat.
but everybody wants to, we got to add this. We should add that, this, that. Man, the hardest thing you could ever do in music is keep it simple.
Yeah.
Keep it simple where it's like, man, I fucking hate Bob Dylan. I despise Bob. He is by far one of the most overrated musicians of all time.
I think
but
in art in general, it's difficult to know, here's where I stop.
Yeah.
I think that's a difficult thing for anyone dealing in art in general. Is like, oh, no, that's actually done. That's good enough. I can move this to the side
you can
and
never do that. You
pick
can,
up another project. It's
There's-
always like, there's more I could do
Right.
to this thing. I could get it better if I just start from the fucking beginning, and I needed this little in the corner.
Yeah. No, and you know what happens is too, like, just speaking from working inside of studios over the last 2 years, like in the beginning, like you're more open to like everybody having an idea and throwing it into a song.
Some ideas are bad.
And right,
Very bad.
right. And so like the longer you get to working in the studio and working with people, you get more comfortable being like, well, you know what, maybe you should tighten your verse up, or maybe the delivery wasn't so good. Like things like that we can speak with each other in a way that's like, I'm not trying to offend you, but yo, let's make this song as best as we can.
You got to build up people's ability to take criticism.
So, see,
Because
but
some people can't take the criticism.
at all. They get offended and they won't come back.
right, and which is whatever. That's their
And that's
prerogative.
fine.
That's
Yeah.
your art is your art. People can do it, but like with like what you said, it's like you have to be willing to throw the idea out there with it getting shot down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, egos are egos.
Yeah.
You have the right to, like, if you really, really, really want that verse to be like that, go for it. I don't think it'll be like that good, but we also have to take into consideration, what are we writing for?
Right.
Am I writing because I have this piece of music in my head that needs to come out, or am I writing because I want to write a hit, or I want to have like that out there?
Me personally, when I put out a song, I'm writing something that I would like to listen to.
Right.
That's the kind of thought process that I have in mind. I know each different person that I work with, because I've worked with a lot of people over the last couple of years, becoming accustomed, different engineers, different studios. Everybody has their own process. I like to sit down, come up with a concept based on whatever the beat is telling me. Like, I feel like this should be like a battle track. This should be a love song. This should be a story I'm telling. And then I write it for me and listen to it like, this is something I would like to listen to, that I would put on a playlist. And that's how I've been going about it. In the beginning, it was more like, what does everybody like?
Yeah.
And let me try
But
to
you know
write
what you
something
still
like
do?
that.
Because the last time you and I had a conversation like this was like 2 years ago. Like when we were
In the
like training in the shed.
Yeah.
What the fuck were you guys doing in the shed?
Training? You
Training
wouldn't know about that.
jiu-jitsu. Nurse.
All right, whoa, hey,
Nurse.
whoa, hey.
Hey, nurse. We do jiu-jitsu over
Hey,
here.
listen, hey, okay, all right.
We weren't,
Yeah, meet this
My
fucker.
bad.
we weren't doing CrossFit.
My bad, guys.
Yeah,
My
fuck,
bad.
yeah.
Dude.
Watching all the Mantos.
You wanna-
there, like
You want to do
Daisy
some
Dukes.
squats?
Shit, 2 guys in the shed.
Hey,
Fuck,
guys.
man. God damn.
I just hit my PR for 2 sets. Fucking let's go.
Yeah, I'm trying to pass this guard, man. Fuck.
Oh, what's that, bro? It's like, Do you have enough
Squeeze your thighs
protein in there?
tighter, man. Squeeze them.
You gotta make sure you have your core tight so you can stand on your hands and walk 30 feet.
Yeah, dig your elbow into my inner thigh.
I don't know about you guys,
Oh.
but I fucking was able to bring in 5 grocery bags in one go last night. What did you do?
With my pinky.
Yeah, choke me harder. Choke me harder. I almost tapped. Oh,
So instead of doing that in
so
public,
close to tapping.
instead of doing that in public, you just decided to keep it in private.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, Ian, how come every time you tap, you gargle a little bit?
Just practicing, man.
I will say, Ian has never said tap stop. He's like, just order. No,
Yeah.
Exactly. Keep on.
So no,
I heard him say little to the left one time.
squeeze, bitch.
That's right.
It's like,
Take my back.
it's like, dude, is your hand in your pants? What the fuck?
Get your hooks
I
in.
said no. I
Get your
said
hooks in.
no.
Ride me.
So the one thing that you still do here and there, like not as much as you used to, and that is just shows how much you're working on your writing, is you're not as literal as you used to be.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I used to write it like I'm describing it.
Right. Well, it's not even that. You have a concept in your head where you're going for the low-hanging fruit because it's easier for you to rap that. It's easier for you to rhyme that or throw that in there. When you could be taking that, developing that idea and stretching it out where it becomes more of like a mind puzzle.
Like a concept.
Right, where it's like it's not even like a concept, but it's you could write an analogy on it. You could sit there and instead of saying, what was the line that you used? Something like, my name is Brightside, but I'm going to the dark side like Anakin, right?
Yeah, right.
That's where you could
Star Wars.
Right. Where you could take that analogy and you could spread it out where you could write
I'm on
something else.
I'm bright side, but I'm switching sides like Anakin.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. So it's just like, we get it, and then I know why you write it, and it's like that's what it means to you, and it's not bad. Like it's a good lyric. It's like a fun lyric of what you're trying to do. You're playing where it's like, but you're trying to throw in. I think you said something like about like in wrestling or whatever, like you're turning to the bad guy or something like that. Mm-hmm. Go after that.
Right.
Go after that first, and then you throw in your analogy after.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So like that's the stuff where it's you're hindering yourself, whether it's maybe you feel like the vocabulary isn't there for it, or you think it's going to take you too long to get to what you're trying to say.
Sometimes that's actually it. It's taking too long to get somewhere, but also like when I'm writing my punchlines, like with 2 to 4 bars, 4 bars to 8 bars, like I'm trying to deliver it in a compact way so I don't lose the audience, I guess, sometimes with either too much vocabulary or too much of like, well, if they don't watch Star Wars, this whole line is just going to go over their
won't
head.
matter.
And then I move on to the next thing,
Right.
but that's, I guess, some of the thought process. But I've been changing that. I started reading some books, actually. I know this sounds like
I didn't
I didn't read books.
I've been
Music theory?
picked
On
up
music
this,
theory?
picked up this book called Green Eggs and Ham.
Fire.
Dr.
Fire.
Seuss, that
Whole fucking
motherfucker.
thing.
How
Fire.
has nobody put on Dr. Seuss yet?
One fish, 2 fish, red
No, but
fish,
I-
blue fish.
Fucking
Poetry.
Jeez.
No, but I started reading books on like music theory
Yeah.
and music concept and stuff like that, which
Riveting.
has actually been also helping me expand how I've been writing.
You know what's the best thing that you could do to switch it up, to really kind of push yourself?
Heroin.
Besides that, that's the quick one.
Ian.
It has spurred on.
Guns N' Roses.
I like
Guns N'
it.
Roses. I'm
Everyone-
sorry. I'm sorry.
It has spurred on quite a
I
few
got
music
mushrooms.
careers.
Yeah.
Purple
You just wanna do
haze, all in
mushrooms?
my
Amy
veins.
That'll help.
Amy Winehouse. I'm fucking sorry.
No, so
Nirvana.
No, she was a
Fuck.
national treasure, Amy
who?
Winehouse.
Fuck her.
Oh, she was. Her voice was amazing.
Fuck her.
Amazing. I still
Whatever.
love her voice.
Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Valerie.
Fuck her.
Alexis like, all right, fuck you guys.
No, I mean, look, if you like it, great. Fucking overrated. it was she had like
I mean, you said the words, but your tone of voice didn't sound like you meant the words for some reason.
no. Look,
What about Kurt Cobain? Kurt Cobain?
fuck him too.
He was a hell of an interior decorator.
So,
Fucking guy using it.
technically, that was what's her face that was doing the interior.
She organized it.
Courtney Love.
Courtney?
Courtney Love. Yeah.
Courtney Love.
I'm just gonna leave this hand grenade right here. You know, you guys just go ahead and have your fun. You do you. Fuck you.
So let me ask you though.
So here's what I was gonna tell you.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
The best tip that I could give anybody, whether it's lyricist or
Songwriter.
or not even songwriter, like instrumentalist, anybody who has an instrument, is look at your rhythm, right? You fall back onto a comfortable rhythm when that comes back to your battle rap
Sound.
stuff.
Yes, it
right?
does. It does.
So if you sat there and you find a rhythm, any rhythm, just like whether you're listening to jazz or rock or like freaking Brazilian axé music, whatever.
Acai music.
Axé. That's how. Dude, look it up. So like, look up.
Throat music. Oh,
Mongolian throat singing.
Yes, I listen to that shit like all the time too.
The Who is a hell of a fucking
there.
Speaking of weird ass music, the two of them, like what he works out to and what he works out to.
What do you listen
like he
to?
works out to comedy rap.
I'll put on heavy metal and
No.
Oh,
He
no.
plays like
Nelson-
Viking mountain music, and he
Nelson doesn't like occasionally. I'll play anything with like the proper. With a good rhythm to kind of keep you moving. So, like, I've had, like, Andrew WK on there, and he's like, what the fuck? Like, it's simple, and it's just energy. That's all you're looking
working out
for.
with a kilt, bro. Put some underwear on. Bro. Ian listens to, like,
Dropkick Murphys are
comedy
great for
battle
working
rap
out.
Music.
Like what?
I'll
What's the
listen
name
to
of
like
that guy?
fucking Bo Burnham. I'll listen to anything.
Like
long as
the
I
Bo
giggle.
Burnham soundtrack while you're working out.
It's a little hard to move heavy weights while you're
Come on, bro.
laughing.
Yeah, this is
funny.
funny.
It is funny, but
This is
Bro.
fucking- hey, this is tons of fun. I have piss backing up to my fucking esophagus right
You need
now.
his bathroom? You need his
Can I?
bathroom?
Can I?
Yeah, of course.
Palpate.
Hey, wait, make him do a shot before he goes.
Oh, come on. Come on.
Bro,
Explode
Shot for my piss.
on camera. Good thing you're wearing board shorts.
hey. Yesterday I was working out to Death Clock.
Nice.
Never heard of them. Never heard of them.
And then
They're from a cartoon, but they're excellent.
I'm gonna go
death
see
metal
them at
music.
the end of the
Yeah.
month.
I'm
You
all
going?
about listening
Wanna
to.
go? I'm
Really?
going September 2nd, yeah.
Oh, nice.
I might be able to make that.
It's Baby Metal and Death Clock.
Oh.
No, you know what I found that I really like more is a lot of independent music. I really go out there looking for unique sounding individuals.
But then
more
you
so-
shit on them like listening to other stuff.
No, actually, I do enjoy it.
It's taken quite a
cool.
number of years, but Nelson will now listen to rock music.
Yeah. No,
It's a little harder
Are
to
you
get
serious?
him into metal music,
I really-
but he's gotten into rock
like
music.
even now, like I've listened to a little country music.
Bro,
I've expanded my horizons over the years.
I've been jamming out.
but like soulful country music. Like
Bro.
I can't listen to anything 20.
you know who's fucking really good? Darius Rucker.
Ooh,
Hootie and the Blowfish.
Blowfish.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
The dude from Hootie and the Blowfish.
said
He
it
has
on
a
his
cover of a Bob Dylan song, which is actually a cover of old. I forget the name of the band. Dude, I went to see Willie Nelson a few months ago.
That has
And
to be pretty cool.
The hard part is, dude. Oh man, you want to see levels of good shit, bad shit. Willie Nelson brought his son on his tour, and so Willie does all his hits, blah blah blah, fucking great. The guy's 92, and the fact that he can still remember his songs and he can still kind of play, you could tell his hands are going a little bit.
Yeah.
But-
like when Elton John's last thing, it was cool to watch.
Yeah.
You could tell like he was.
Yeah.
He couldn't
I
perform
mean,
anymore,
Yeah.
but it was
even
dope to watch.
recently, Metallica has commented that some of their harder songs,
Getting tough
they're
to
they're
play.
becoming incapable of playing. They just can't.
I won't go
Keep
see
up.
him anymore. I saw them when I did the Triad fights in Texas last year, and I went to go to photograph that, and Metallica was playing there, which was like, Metallica is the reason why I do what I do. Like, if I could sit there and personally thank them for it, I would.
Yeah.
That's the only, like, that I've gotten to work with so many famous athletes and musicians.
Yeah.
I don't have that starstruck to it. But if I got to meet them, that would be probably the only people where I'd be like, crying to thank
the
them
level
for what
of
they did.
influence on your life.
No, it's like eat, sleep, and breathe is like what it was. But they sounded bad at the Triad fight, and it broke my heart because I hold them up to such high regard.
Yeah.
And they did so much for so many people. Actually, today marks 32 years of when like the Black Album came out.
Yeah.
That album like defined like my high school years.
That album is the album that everyone in metal and hard rock hold themselves to.
Yeah.
Everyone is trying to make their Black Album, quite literally. That is the level that everyone holds
You're
them.
talking about Metallica?
Yeah,
the
Metallica.
greatest heavy metal band of all
Enter
time.
the Sandman was actually the first rock song that I openly admitted, like,
Really?
because I was such a hip hop head.
You want to
like,
know how I know you're wrong?
It was Enter the Sandman.
Want to know
What do
how I
think
know
it
you're
was?
wrong?
Wow.
Did you ever listen to Run DMC?
I mean, listen, that's rock rap, but like,
But that was rock.
but hardcore rock itself, like,
Yeah.
Metal.
It was
Say it.
definitely
Say the word.
metal. It was Metallica's Enter
Dude,
the
there's
Sandman.
so many.
But then
like,
after that, it was Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Remember the music video? With the kid waking up in the road and that fucking semi coming at him? Remember that?
But
for Sandman?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
no,
a
it
weird
was-
guy with like fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those were the things that really opened me up to other genres because, like, when we were growing up in Brooklyn, it was a little different. It was like your East Coast rap, or you don't even like Tupac. You didn't respect anybody from other.
You didn't have a
you
Ice
grew
Cube
up-
shirt on.
Well,
It was just that culture.
It's understandable. It's
Yeah.
the time that album came out and you were growing up, you were in a part of the world that wasn't the focal point. It was East Coast versus West Coast.
Yep.
It was fucking.
Yeah, New York
Biggie versus
was New York was
Pac, it
all
was-
all about
All
rap
eyes,
at that time.
like,
100%. Like even the ice cream trucks were
Yeah.
playing hip hop songs up and down the block. And it wasn't until like I hit high school where you also become a little more comfortable with yourself as a teenager growing up
Yeah.
that it was like, man, fuck that. I do like Enter the Sandman.
Bro,
I do like
I
Kurt
was-
Cobain.
I just like I remember I was probably one of the few people that in high school I could go from knowing every single word from like almost any Metallica album that was out at that time to I could give you All Eyes on Me front to back. I knew every word. I knew every fucking word for the B.I.G. Like I knew every
Wu-Tang's
fuck
album.
Wu-Tang, bro.
Woo, that double album.
I knew Triumph. Like I
36
could
Chambers.
Oh my God.
Like-
yes.
Abomatomically, Socrates'
Socrates,
philosophies
but then
and hypotheses.
secretly-
Kid the final where I'll be dropping these mockeries. Lyrically
Lyrically
perform
perform
armed
armed
robberies.
robberies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro. To this fucking day.
But secretly, like Justin Timberlake was kind of dope.
Oh, yeah. And I knew all that.
You know what I mean? Like when he came out with that first album by himself, I was like, this is kind of hot.
It's like, oh, we
This is
now
good.
see where the skill in the group was.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But like it was weird because now
Name
kids
one other
growing
person
up,
in NSYNC.
I don't know anybody
Well,
else.
one that's done anything musically other than him.
Yeah. No, but like now kids
Was
grow
Lance,
up.
was Lance a Backstreet Boy?
Lance
Yeah.
Lance Bass.
Lance
yeah.
Bass.
Was he in sync?
He was in sync.
Okay.
He's only famous for being gay.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah, he tried
Yeah.
to play it off for a long time, and then
Yeah.
when he finally came out, and like
But
everyone
we
was
knew
like,
it
"Yeah,
was
we
frosted
knew."
tips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Ricky
I mean,
Martin.
yellow t-shirts,
We all knew.
and floral pattern shorts, Maverick shades.
He would have
secretly
eaten
like
you
God.
alive. All the CrossFit in the world would have got Lance Bass
Bring
off
that
of
mullet
you.
over here.
He would have been like, he would have like thrown the drumstick at you, like
Hey,
meet me at the bus.
For the right price.
Yeah,
Shit.
but look, what I was gonna say to you about your music that I wanted to ask was, because you've got to play on stages and in large places in front of the crowds. Like, I used to do that, but only in battle format. Like, I got to play not play, but I got to like battle people and win contests on radios and on stages, and like, it was a high like nothing you've ever felt. Like, especially like when you're battling somebody, the crowd gives zero fucks who you are. Like, you're either good and you're decimating,
Or you're
they'll
trash.
boo you off the fucking stage.
They want to literally watch you commit suicide. on
It
stage.
really
That's how
is
bad
like
it
the
is there.
Roman Empire. It's like thumbs up, thumbs down,
So
motherfucker.
correct me if I'm wrong. You had opened for Gwen Stefani
Yeah,
recently.
Actually,
Yes,
like
yes.
4 months ago.
So how did that happen?
So So my band, Sons of a Tradesman's, been going around for quite a few years before I joined them.
Yeah.
Right. So that one kind of came up literally out of nowhere. It's the same thing that just happened today, where it just the opportunity came up, and I had actually.
The Sofa Kingdom podcast.
Huh?
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. No, but it literally happened like on the way over here,
That's
where
sweet.
where I got a text message where they're asking me to try out and to go play with this band, which is like, it's a great band, like, but they play like Gypsy Kings kind of music, but
Yeah.
they play like big stages. They tour like all over the country.
Awesome.
So they need a bass player, and like, mind you, I didn't go to school for bass.
Right.
I play guitar.
Yeah.
Like, I've been playing guitar since I was 15, and then I stopped. I didn't play since I graduated college. I went to school for jazz guitar and commercial music business. So music's been my life since I was 15.
Right.
Like, I didn't care about friendships, family, relationships. I didn't give a fuck about any party. Like, I slept, ate, breathed, shit, whatever. I lived every cliche. So the whole Gwen Stefani thing is one of those things where it's, you get that phone call, just random phone call. And it doesn't seem like much because all we did was like open, and it was like a whole big thing. But one of the guys in the band had a conversation with this big money guy years ago, and just that was it. They just
Led
had
to
the
this.
conversation. And then
Yeah.
next thing you know, the guy hits us up. He's like, hey, I'm putting together a show for like this foundation, Save the Music. Do you guys want to play? It's like, sure, no problem. Whatever. And then we find out afterwards it's opening up for Gwen Stefani. It's like,
Yeah.
man.
That's pretty wild.
So not only did we get to open up for her, I mean, it was a sold out show. We raised $250,000
Nice.
for the School of Music over here,
the
Dreyfus.
School of yeah,
Dreyfus.
right? Which is,
that's amazing.
to me, it actually means a lot because music is literally everything for me.
Sure.
It's, people don't understand the possibilities that you get out of music, which is why, like, when it comes to that, like, when I have the conversation with like Nelson, it's hard for me not to sound like an asshole. You guys know me.
Oh yeah,
I'm very
yeah,
straightforward.
yeah.
No, but
Right?
I didn't think that.
No, I know, but
I
it's,
didn't take it that way.
I say it
Oh, you
because
did?
You have a critical ear.
it's not that I have a critical ear, is that when it comes to music, I will not accept anything but absolute honesty and sincerity of who you are.
Yeah.
Right? If I'm having a conversation with you, I'm never going to lie to you. I'm going to tell you who I am. But when it comes to music, because I had such difficulty communicating growing up, I was always the one that was bullied. That was my outlet. That was my way of
Escaping.
not even just escaping, of communicating how I felt. Whether my parents accepted it or not, doesn't matter. I was getting my voice out to the world.
Right.
And it still means that today. So a lot of people get nervous about that, right? Like how you're saying, like, you're doing one-on-one,
Right.
right? One-on-one is no joke. It's me sitting there and arguing with you in front of everybody else.
Yeah.
And instead of me debating you, it's to the approval of them.
Yeah.
You and I know who's going to be better, right? If I go up against him, I'm going to get wrecked because I'm not a fucking rapper.
Right.
But
You
when
beat me though.
right? But when you see somebody, when you
There's a line of
genuinely,
people outside.
yeah, when you genuinely see people battle rapping and you watch that other person, you watch anybody that's gone up against Blind Fury,
Yeah.
that's lost, bro, guarantee that person has quit afterwards.
Yeah.
Because that's a whole different level. And not
It's
only
murder.
it's not just murder, you just got murdered by a fucking heroin addict
Yeah.
that can't even fucking drive.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's the skill that dude has. So it's, if you're not going to be honest and you're not going to put in the effort, don't waste my fucking time.
Yeah.
And I tell that to anybody that I play with. If I'm not good enough to play with whoever, I'm going to let them know.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm still going to give you my best, but I'm not going to sit there and lie to you, say that like I can hang.
Right.
It's like, I'm just going to give you what I got.
Yeah.
And 99% of the time, they'll still go with it.
Yeah.
Because they know that I'm going to be sincere and I'm going to put
They
in the
respect
effort.
the honesty.
Right, but they know that I'm also going to put in the effort. Like, I'd rather have somebody on my band that's going to give me their all, and even if they're shit, it's like, you know what? I'll still go to bat for you. I'll still fight whoever. Like, So when it comes to music, so when I see him going after it, it's almost like he's older than me, but I'm going to pull the dad card on that one. It's like, you're not being honest to me.
Yeah.
You're
Daddy?
not. Yeah. You aren't giving.
You could get more out of it.
It's not that you can get more out of it. Like, do you want more out of it?
Right.
Do you want more out of it?
Oh,
if
absolutely.
you do, then you do it. You put in the work. Like you said, you start reading, you start doing this, that, and the other. It's like, man, all I can tell you is, just listen to different rhythms.
Yeah.
Expand it. Don't ever fall back into what you're comfortable with. Like anything else that we do in life, you don't fall back what you're comfortable to it.
But that day in the shed when we talked, and
He keeps
I was
coming
just
back
getting-
to this
I was-
fucking shed. I want to know what happened.
we had
in
a
the
moment,
shed.
bro.
I was just getting.
Ian is feeling really left out of the shed.
The next time you two go in the shed, I want to be there. Invite me.
Yeah,
Call
all right,
me.
you can come. You can
Thank
come.
you.
But no,
That's
like
all I
that
want.
day,
We'll do
like,
squats.
I was.
Yes. Squats in the shed.
I was just getting
I'm in.
really back into it, and I had a really honest conversation with Alexis, which is why I do appreciate his opinion and his thought process behind it. He gave me some feedback that I think a lot of people would have been like, all right, I'm done, right? But he didn't do it from a place of malice. Like, he did it from a place of love. And when I listened to it, I went back and I was like, all right,
Because he's a good person, man.
how can I
Oh.
be better? How can I write better, deliver better? Like, and that's been my goal. Like, with every new track that I work on, is honing the craft, the delivery, what I'm saying, how I'm saying it. It's a process. It's just like anything else. Like, when you start learning how to play guitar, you start at one level and you work your way into another level, or in any instrument or songwriting skill that you have. But for me, it really is just like a personal journey of fun. It's something that I really love doing, and I like sharing my music with people. And that's what I wanted to ask you, like, being on like a big stage like that, like, it's got to feel fucking great.
Most people get nervous, right? Most people, like, whether it's like public speaking and stuff like that. Like, I mean, for me, I honestly don't care.
It's like freedom.
I don't care who's in front. The funny part is the Gwen Stefani show. That's probably the largest crowd that I can remember playing in front of. Mm-hmm. It meant absolutely nothing to me. And I did not really care that Gwen Stefani's there. The only thing that I cared about is that my parents were there. And I'm going to, like, damn, man, I'm really trying not to cry now.
You can cry, bro. Remember what you said when I got my purple belt?
Yeah, right?
Remember you said, it's okay, man, you can cry. And then when you got your purple belt on the fucking podium at the Orlando Open, you cried.
Oh, I cried for sure.
But you fucking gave me shit for wanting to cry.
Yeah, don't be a pussy.
Fucking goddamn it, motherfucker. I know.
I cried of all of
beautiful
about
thing.
4 seconds. When I got my brown belt, I didn't cry.
Yeah. But
I'll never forget you looking at me with that camera. It's okay, man. You can cry. My eyes are watering.
But-
You can cry.
Listen, on
should.
the same vein,
I almost
though,
did.
No,
Ian,
you should
right?
have.
I almost did, yeah.
Us as musicians, that seems like a thing that we love to do and enjoy. You've
Love
gone
you too, buddy.
a path in healthcare where there's gotta feel like, all kidding aside, you like helping people because you're doing something that most people are, one, afraid to do, two, don't want to fucking deal with in the first place. Because I've worked in hospitals before and I've met some fucking assholes that I'm like, why did you even get into the medical profession?
Yeah, there was a surgeon that fucked up about 6 months ago, and he hit a lady's subclavian vein, and she was bleeding out. Blood pressure dropped almost fucking zero, and I ran for 2 hours. I ran up and down through the fucking hospital, running blood, platelets, frozen plasma back for this fucking lady, and we saved her life.
Nice.
And we gave her like 56 units of blood, and I'm talking like they had to call a mass transfusion protocol through the hospital. And, like, I was dripping fucking sweat. I was completely fucking soaked because I'm just running sprints through the hall. And one of the people in the hall that I kept fucking running by was this guy. And afterwards, he later came up to me and he said, that was my wife. Like, thank you very much for running those fucking sprints. And you're right. Like, it means something when you do something that directly changed someone's life. Like, that was a mother, that was a wife, and she's alive now because I ran my fucking ass off. And
CrossFit saves lives.
right.
Oh, yeah.
All those squats in the
Did
shed.
you do handstands all the way down?
Yeah,
and back?
yeah.
And
No,
look,
but it's
I
true.
walked on my hands.
It is.
But, like, no, I mean, like, so what you
care
did.
about what
Right,
you're
right.
doing.
You give a shit about what you're doing. It makes a
But
difference.
it's funny because, like, yes, part of the ego comes in for like as musicians, like you want to be famous, this, that, and the other. But even what you did is more of an impact than I'll ever have. Because what you did, and I know from experience of the other way around, what you did, you saved this guy's wife.
Right.
That's his world. But that's somebody's mom, somebody's sister, that's cousin, this, that. True. So that's a wave of people you will never meet.
Yeah.
That you just impacted forever.
Yeah.
Forever. They'll never know who you are. You'll never know who they are. But what Ian just did impacted that many lives.
Yeah.
You could also argue that maybe you or Nelson, you put on a performance, especially you like on a big stage. You fucking put your heart into it. It's a hell of a performance. There might have been, and you'll never know, there might have been a depressed kid or something in the fucking audience
and
that you didn't, no idea, you'll never know his name, nothing. But because of the energy that you put into your performance, and just put everything into it, that kid goes, you know what? It's worth it. It's worth it.
I have that. I've had that.
But Eddie builds Lego Death Stars. So,
oh, man.
Well,
you make fun of
impact.
Technically, it's the NASA space station, but I would build the Death Star if I had
Clearly,
it floating
he
around.
hasn't impacted you enough to know the fucking difference.
I said fucking malice.
All right. But here's what the funny part is.
Get him.
The funny part is, I'll cheers to that because
That's God's
you
work.
go.
That's
Well,
God's work.
you go to Lego. Have you been to Legoland?
Oh man, it's amazing.
Oh, yeah, it's a good time.
Do you know how many? Do you know how many engineers that have built space stations and shit like that go back to saying it's because I started playing Legos,
Yeah.
and it gave my engineer.
It's crazy.
Yeah?
It is.
What do you do with your fucking Iron Man fucking gloves over there?
I wear it in my house
Right.
with my boxers on, and I make pancakes.
Hey, how many arteries did you close up with your fucking Thanos?
I
You
make
see
the
Alexis
most.
just start to come apart. He's like, how many fucking people did your Iron
I
Man
will
fucking-
fucking die before someone shits on Legos in front of me.
He's defending the fucking Death Star so bad right
You
now.
kidding me?
Bro, there's a vein coming out in his forehead.
Okay,
He went
No
right
way.
for
NASA
Iron Man.
space station.
He went right to Iron Man, you fucking Iron
Why
Man.
you gotta go after Iron Man for? Listen, I make really good pancakes in that Iron Man helmet.
You and your fucking ghetto gastro pancakes. You can suck all my dick.
Someone has to be fired for that fucking name. What a terrible name
that's worse.
for a line. It's awful.
Yo, that is. I have to buy some ghetto gastro. I have to.
I definitely kind of want to.
I really
I said,
have to.
Let's do a
Low-key,
boys
I-
trip to
yeah.
Target.
Hey, just buy.
Yes,
Just
we
everybody
need-
Hey,
stand in line with ghetto
you-
gastro
See
shit.
if they're good. See if they're good. That might be good.
Have you gone to that Rise of the
Resistance?
Rise of the Resistance?
Amazing.
No, not yet. No.
Right? So fucking good.
I loved it. I loved it. I loved it.
So good.
Now, okay, I'm gonna tell you a secret.
Find out about
Do you
ghetto
know about
gastro.
the Wookiee mode in the Millennium Falcon ride?
No,
Okay, so we
you
got
just
it.
got a boner.
Oh, yeah. we got it to work. So you need all 6 people in the Millennium Falcon
Right.
at the same time in order to make it work, and everybody has to work in conjunction before the ride starts.
Okay.
And then you'll hear Chewbacca go, "Rrrr," and he's doing his fucking shit the whole time you're in the
Right.
ride. So we get to the line. There's only 3 of us. It's me, my wife, and my daughter. And we asked the lady that's the attendant there, like, is the Wookiee thing real? She's like, absolutely. I was like, can we do it? She's like, you'll need 6 willing participants. I was like,
You're gonna have to suck each other off.
I was like, listen, my daughter's home from the Air Force.
Yeah.
Can you find us 3 people on the line?
Yeah.
And she's like, absolutely. So she finds 3 people, 2 of which they don't speak English,
I fucking knew it. I knew it.
but they were all Spanish,
They're
so
like
we can
that.
communicate.
They're like
We
the
can
one,
communicate.
the one Asian character in the Star Wars, the double cheek.
I
Blah,
love-
blah, 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 blah.
I love these ladies. I love these ladies. There were 3 Mexican ladies. They were probably over the age of 60, and they're like, "We're gonna make the Wookiee thing happen for you." I'm like, "You're the best."
Yeah.
We all sat in the ride, but like before we got in, we explained. Basically, everybody has to hit the white buttons before they hit the start button. There's like a white button at each station. The pilots have to go up, down, and left, right. Then you hit start, and then you engage into the Wookiee mode.
So what's the Wookiee mode?
It's just him making Chewbacca
Instead of
noises.
whoever should be there,
Hey,
Chewbacca's
check
there
this out.
instead.
Let me make
It
this
was
easier for
great.
you. Welcome to the fucking
Listen,
Wookiee.
let me tell you something. There was like when Chewbacca made his sound, there was a collective cheer inside
Everybody,
the Millennium
hey,
Falcon.
Chewbacca.
Listen, it's like we had accomplished something so good. It was great.
That's like at the Rock and Roller Coaster. You could do stuff. Oh no,
the secret playlist.
That's on the one in Universal. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a secret, but you have to be very fast. Otherwise,
You got to know what song you're going to because it only gives you like 10 seconds
Yeah.
to pick it and it's going.
So
Hey.
you know about the cantina?
Yeah, I went to it for the first time.
So when we
finally.
went to the cantina,
Rip
and
off.
there is a secret list. There's a secret menu that you can order from. So the
have the happy
waitress,
ending?
the waitress was a bit of a bitch, right?
Oh, wow.
And she didn't want to play along with us. So we're like, I was like, we're looking at the menu. I was like, I would like the Sith. And she goes, it tastes disgusting. You got to take 2 drinks and mix them together, and I don't recommend it. And we were like, God damn.
Yeah, I'd be like, bitch, I paid $1,000 for my year pass.
You can make me the motherfucking Sith.
Everybody in this
together. How hard is it?
Yeah, everybody in this fucking bar is getting on. That's what I would have fucking done.
But like, yo,
You're making Sith all night long. I'm telling every fucking person.
but she fucked up the whole experience because you know how like me and my daughter were looking it up. We're like, cool, with Chewbacca work, we're gonna do something cool.
Yeah.
We'll go in the cantina.
It tastes fucking disgusting.
And we sat there and we looked at her
we
like,
had the drinks, they were trash.
like, you didn't have to crush our hearts like that. Like,
Yeah,
who hurt you?
yeah.
Who hurt you, bitch?
It's like, you're with the Empire, aren't you?
Yeah,
right.
you
You're a goddamn
So wait, so did you get it?
sympathizer.
No, because she ruined the whole
Shut the
experience.
fuck
So I
up.
just got the Jedi mind trick instead.
Bro,
You
I was
folded?
so
Well,
right.
she
A fucking
fucking
letter to
Jedi
Disney.
mind trick
they
you.
would
You didn't
shit
even get
on
the
her.
shit you wanted.
Yeah, man.
Hey,
I
did
was-
you know about Galaxy 220?
Ooh, what's this? Oh, the restaurant.
The restaurant.
Yeah, we did by accident. We walked.
Do you
in on
hear
it.
about this?
I've
It's
heard
a-
about it from Nelson.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
I just
It's
found out
amazing.
about it the other day, bro. It's
Did you
just
go in
fucking-
and eat?
No, I didn't know about this until the other day. Fucking listen to me. I'm literally on this podcast.
Eddie,
Just so you know.
Eddie, press rewind. Press rewind. So we can
I'm
start
literally right in
rolling.
front of you. I'm literally right in front of you.
Yeah, literally just fucking said
Listen to me. I'm right here on the podcast.
it. English, motherfucker.
Jesus Christ, it's my second language.
Is that empty?
Holy Cristo.
I got some Sam Adams
on a
if you want to try one of those.
You get those. I
Yeah,
have had those before. Those are great.
Yeah, the cherries. Yeah.
Grab them
If
up.
you want to
fuck
make
are we
some
doing?
coffee, you got
What
that
are we
peanut
doing?
butter whiskey too.
What are we doing?
Hey, so
He's getting one more drink. One more drink.
one more.
One more.
Hey,
Ian's counting the time.
oh, what
here.
time?
He's like,
Yeah,
I
what
got-
time is it?
It's 7:41. I don't
Is
even know
it?
how
Am
long
I-
have we
is
been
it,
on.
Probably like 2 hours because we started late.
Oh, we're over 2 hours.
Is it past your bedtime?
It is. It is.
All right,
Bro.
so look, we'll cheers to one more drink and then.
Oh no, we're
we'll,
here.
uh,
We're here, baby. We're here, baby. I'm feeling good.
You ain't going nowhere.
I got. Hey,
You ever see a Bronx Tale?
I have.
A Bronx Tale?
I thought you said you have oxtail. I was
No,
like,
no,
just-
We, hey, we know I've done.
With Sonny from Bronx Tale.
We
Now
know.
you can't leave.
Now you
Now
can't
leave.
Now
leave.
you
Can't
can't
leave.
leave.
Hey, you asked
By
him
the way,
nicely. You
Dumpa.
asked him nicely.
One of the best mafia movies of all time.
It is pretty good.
/ love story.
Bronx Tale.
It's kinda
I would
like-
think. I would say so.
It's up there.
I enjoyed
Nothing beats The Godfather for me.
Godfather's top tier.
Scarface.
I'm good. Thank you. It's
No,
Goodfellas.
he'll have them.
It's Goodfellas for me.
Goodfellas. Casino.
Goodfellas for me.
Casino's a great one.
Casino was good.
Goodfellas.
You sure you don't want
Heat.
Positive, yeah.
Come
Heat.
on.
Listen, I got a drink. I got a fucking asshole.
Little whiskey?
Yeah, pour some. Eddie,
Dude,
bring the
you know,
vodka.
even-
I have to fucking try
the
to
vodka.
So do I. Hey, you want some mushrooms?
No, we'll give you.
Yeah, actually, believe it or not. Yeah.
I'll give you a coffee. Hey, man. What's up?
Hey, throw some whiskey in that coffee.
Oh yeah. Oh man,
I
he
did
changed,
say no, and then I was peer pressured into this.
he changed his mind.
You're a
I
grown
fold
man.
under pressure.
Nobody pressured you into this.
You did.
you
for
took that
record,
voluntarily.
You put your big Italian hands
You
around
took
my
that
neck.
voluntarily. It's his birthday. What are you gonna say? No, on his
Exactly.
birthday?
He made me an offer I can't refuse.
That's right.
So it works.
Okay. So going into the Star Wars real quick, Ashoka Tano series is coming out.
Still
That's
haven't watched.
good.
I still haven't finished the last
That's
season
good.
of
That's real good.
Mandalorian.
Listen, the
That's
last
real good.
season of Mandalorian was probably the best season of Mandalorian.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say it
ends
was garbage.
no, it ends fantastic. No.
Is there
There's
some?
been some disappointments on Disney
For sure.
Plus recently. Secret Invasions was complete trash.
That's a pile of shit. I still don't even have Disney Plus.
Yeah, no.
believe
But The
it.
I won't
Mandalorian
give
was not
Disney any
one. The
money.
Mandalorian continues to deliver. Boba Fett got saved at the end. Wasn't that great all
we-
the way
When
through.
it became Mandalorian, it became very
It
good.
did.
Amazing.
Obi-Wan was mid all the
Right.
way across. but I had
Obi-Wan.
If you fix the
Ahsoka.
child running away scene, I mean that shit was just.
I haven't watched it.
For a show where you're dealing with fantasy, that's a fantasy that doesn't fucking work.
Yeah.
He can beat Darth Vader. Can't catch a little girl.
Can't catch
do
a
it.
small
Can't
child.
catch her.
Fucking kidding
She
me.
had to be like what 8, and she's outrunning grown ass people.
Yeah.
Like that's
But he'll beat Darth Vader in a one-on-one fight.
Yeah.
How cool was that on the ride where like all of a sudden they cut open the door?
that shit was dope.
So fucking dope,
Listen,
right? Dude,
Rise
I
of the
was
Resistance,
leaning on that fucking
amazing.
wall too.
Have
I
you
was-
gone on it?
No.
Listen
You
to
gotta
me.
go.
When I tell you this is probably some of the best effects I've ever seen on a ride before the ride even started,
Ooh, this is good.
is fucking great.
It would have been better if you put it back in the fucking fridge.
Did you not put it in the fridge?
He left it on the counter.
Ian, God,
What the fuck?
can't trust you for anything.
Listen, I was not charged.
Let me
of
tell you
anything.
how
was
much
hammered.
I enjoy
Yes, I am.
room temperature cough syrup. You know what it
so
tastes
what
like
is-
now? It was supposed to be refreshing. Now it tastes like I'm drinking chapstick.
It tastes like disappointment.
Cherry lipstick. No, all right. So
Those chapped ass
what
lips,
was
love that.
chapstick for your chap ass dick? Put it in your mouth.
She choked
Do
on
you
it.
know that the man who made
These nuts?
no, what's the song about the booty?
Which one?
Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Sir Mix-a-Lot made $100 million off of that song.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just played constantly.
As it should.
Fucking crazy.
You know how
One
much?
massive hit is all you sometimes need.
No, but the queen of massive hits is Mariah Carey. All I want.
Oh,
for
the Christmas one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who makes bank off of one song?
Vanilla Ice.
And no more. And I had to deal with it in my first internship.
Who?
Whoop, there it is.
Oh my God, yeah.
Dude,
Every stadium, everywhere.
Yeah, I
Fucking-
can see that, and probably jump around under the same light, right?
dude,
Jump
my
around.
first internship, the guys that owned a record label bought the rights for Whoop, there it is. And they bastardized the shit out of it. And they were so hardcore on it. I had to send a letter. Like, that was like my job for that day was I had to send a letter to SNL because Justin Timberlake parodied Whoop, there it is for some stupid skit.
Cease and desist to every
Yeah.
fucking body.
But because it was a parody, it was a comedy, he was allowed to
He
do
was
it. But
allowed to
I
get
had
away
to
with it.
send a letter to SNL. Bro, I had to authorize the fucking, remember the That Was Easy button?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they made one for Whoop, there it is. And I had to listen to it
Oh
every
God,
fucking day.
that would drive me crazy.
Every
Oh,
day
yeah.
I had
But
to
every
go in
time
there.
somebody hit whoop, there it is. The owner is probably like ching.
Yeah, dude. And they were responsible for the lawsuit that shut down Little John.
Really?
That was part of like my gig was I had to go through legal papers for the lawsuit that shut down. Remember how Little John was huge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then fucking disappeared
disappeared. It was because of that.
because of these guys. So
Wow.
they had purchased the rights from TVT Records, and TVT and like they ended up suing Little John, saying like he owed them all this money, this, that, and the other. Dude, I had to go through all those legal papers, and it was when everything was shut down. That's why the only thing that brought back Little John was when Chappelle Show came in and started doing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So on, you ever heard of the song "Deja Vu"?
probably. How's it go?
It's an old rap song,
Wait.
and
Wow,
these
yeah.
guys, come on.
How's it go?
It starts with Uptown Baby. We got Uptown Baby.
Oh, the ones that took
Uptown
from
Baby.
Butterfly?
We get down, baby. We
Get
get down.
down, yeah.
Peter, Lord Tariq and Peter Guns.
Yeah.
Their career was on like a huge
Mm-hmm.
like uptick after that song. But because they started that song with a little section of horns, and they got sued for every
Yeah.
fucking penny that they made.
Yep.
They lost money
Mm-hmm.
touring and everything because of that one little sample
Oh, yeah.
that they put in the beginning
Licensing.
of
Learn
the
about
song.
licensing.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Every beat that I buy with a licensing
Yeah.
agreement for that.
You know what I
reason.
just found out the other day that I learned? Remember the whole beef with Nas and Jay-Z?
Yeah.
Nas owns 50% of the licensing for Dead Presidents. So that whole album that Jay-Z fucking banked on that blew him up, it's like, even though he was shitting
The
on
president's to
Nas,
represent me. What?
because he wanted to sample that, like Nas owns 50% of the whole album that shits on him. So he was like, fucking keep that shit. He kept it going.
Wow.
I'm
Isn't that fucking wild?
pretty sure
That's that way it goes.
that Nas's father was a musician, so he probably already knew about licensing and all that. So seeing it coming, it's like,
Watch this.
fuck it, I'm gonna get my back end anyway.
Hot take. You ready for this? Because I know it's gonna set you off. Nas is overrated.
Oh man.
Eddie, end the podcast.
Nas is overrated.
Oh my God. Wow,
Thank you for joining us at the Sofa Kingdom Podcast,
Wow.
where I believe this is the end of our friendship.
Oh my God. Led Zeppelin is also
I'm gonna tell you right now.
They stole a lot of their music.
His
too.
recent albums,
Beatles suck.
not so great. His original 4 or 5 albums were pretty amazing.
You just say stole music? You just say stole music?
Yeah, you pause it.
Like music to take a shit on.
So Led Zeppelin,
Hang on. No, go ahead.
Led Zeppelin,
Yes.
stole a lot of their music.
Oh yeah, no, that I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, so
I
what
thought you were
music?
saying Nas. I'm like, wait, what happened?
No,
Oh, that's it.
oh yeah, the songs that they wrote and put out
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There are a bunch of rappers that literally talk about that they did that. Redman being one of them.
Oh, yeah.
Redman was like, they would take other people's tapes and music, people coming up to them off of the street and trying to showcase their ability. And they were like, oh, that's a really good idea for a song. Thank you.
What's
Put it
What's
down on
funny
wax
is
and
a
make
lot
money
of
off
a
of
lot
it.
of comedy originally that happened as well, as everyone would use each other's acts,
Yeah.
and then television and recording came in, and some people just got there first, and then they made their stake on performances that everybody was already also using.
Oh, yeah,
Amy
well,
Schumer.
it was also happening
Fuck her.
in other countries. Like people would come here,
Oh yeah,
know the
And the-
English
Bro, you know how
language,
many
take their
songs
shit
in
and then
Italy
go over there.
that I listened to?
they translate it and
They
then
were full of, I hate
this
Billy
is a
Joel.
banger.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
Piano Man. Like someone
Sing
took
us
piano.
a song,
Yeah.
you know, the piano
So there's an
man.
Italian version, and the dude just fucking. But it also happened in reverse. Elvis took a bunch of like songs that were like Italian or they were like European songs where they had the melody, and he like
Listen,
fucking.
so he
went
was
in-
stealing from everybody.
Yeah, he was stealing from everybody. By the way, have you ever gone to Graceland?
I have not.
Bro.
I would like to go.
Go
Though.
to Graceland and then fucking leave.
I mean, you can't really stay at Graceland.
Good.
You can. Yeah.
I mean, like live there.
Not live there.
So eventually you have to leave.
So
much
across
money
the
you got?
literally across the street there, I want to say, I forget what the name of the place is, but I stayed there. Hotel's fucking amazing. It's probably the cleanest place you could stay in fucking Memphis.
That's nice.
Memphis is a shithole. Memphis is where you go to get
I'm
shot.
trying to drink lukewarm beer. God damn it.
So look, but dude, it's fucking amazing.
Really?
Graceland is fucking amazing. And if you walk there as an Elvis fan, I'm a huge Elvis fan,
Right.
right? Like,
What'd you think of the movie then? With
it was great.
Tom Hanks.
It was great.
It's
It
really
was
good.
great. No,
I
no,
actually
he
liked
did a great job.
Did you watch it, Eddie?
No.
It's actually really good. I'm a big fan of those kinds of movies, like Rachel.
I didn't see any
Yeah.
magic or swords, so I just passed out.
Hey, you know what I've been trying to learn is how to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Listen, we're
Oh.
actually in the middle of a campaign.
But then I realized I'm not a fucking dork. I tried. No, I
Edward!
legitimately tried.
Edward,
I legitimately
thank you
tried.
for joining us. on the Sofa Kingdom Podcast. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Are we really done?
Fuck you, fuck
Are
you.
we done?
No, fuck that shit. Fuck you. No.
I legitimately want to learn how to play. I legitimately want to learn how to play.
He is like, please, I
Yeah,
have
you
to
fucking-
go.
He just doesn't want to drink anymore.
You open the board and then you
More
stop.
alcohol. At this point in time, the hair dye is running out.
It's far more straightforward than it looks. It
Look
really
us
is.
up on
Yeah, I bought that starter kit.
Yeah.
And it's like,
The main thing is finding someone to play DM, because then they teach you everything
Tell
else
your
from there.
friends
That's about
about
it.
us. Make sure
Yeah,
to
it helps when you use the
follow
did you just
microphone.
say Nas was overrated? What?
make sure to follow Son of a Tradesman and
Sons
Right
of-
Side Official. Yeah.
Fucker is hammered. Official.
Ian was hammered when he got here.
Bro, hey, I don't know what you're getting all hyped about. You haven't even had the peanut butter whiskey. I got bottles, bro.
Cut. Go to
Scene.
commercial.
End scene.
At one point or another, you're gonna fucking learn.
I
right?
go back to a pool party. Hey,
Yeah, you're gonna come back
you
good
guys
to
are
go.
coming with me. Fuckers,
I'll drop you off.
Let's record there.